Now, what's happening, everybody? Yeah, Adrian, I was gonna say the whoa this time, man. If you know what that's from, man. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Yanks Talk Ball. We're here again, another episode. The international break is well behind us. We're back into some football. Oh man, what a glorious and eventful weekend it's been. A lot of stuff has been going down and ready to talk about it all. The squad's in the building. We're here, full stack, ready to roll, son. First and foremost, we got Phil Talks Balls in the building. What's happening, fam?
It was good. Trey's a bit too happy with Arsenal sitting top of the league. Yo, how much longer do you print out the t-shirt?
That ain't me, brother. That ain't me, broski. Nah.
Those Cecil allegations, bro.
Big up my guy Cecil. That ain't it though.
Yeah, for real. No, shout out Cecil. Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. It's nice to get in a good flow of club football again. Now that we have a couple months before the next international break and Champions League coming up quick. Like, it's what? This Christmas season is going to be crazy. Going to be 3 games every week for most teams. I'm excited.
It's really about to get busy, man.
Spicy.
And you know what I'm saying, next up on the board, you know what I'm saying, getting possessed by the spirit of Cantona is No Chill Genie's in the building. What's happening?
What's up, boys? You know, I had to shave the head. United is entering a second gear of the season, so I had to get with it, restart too. So let's get it.
Hey man, fair play, man. We got Chase. He's in the building. What's going on, Chase?
I'm back down to earth. I don't have much to say anymore after. I'll be very quiet this episode. My soul's been ripped from me.
Oh,
everything that went wrong could have gone wrong.
Even when they were good, like they've been 10th place for what, like 2 months in a row now. Like even when it was good, they were still 10th place.
And like the thing that took him off Garnacho was a draw.
Yeah. But then Garnacho scores a goal of the century, and my agenda's just been ruined. So I'm in a bad place.
That agenda was.
Hey, listen, you win some, you lose some, but you've been losing a lot.
I lose them all. That's the problem.
I don't know what's been happening, dog. You be alright though. Hang in there. And we know, last but not least, we got Adrian in the building. What's going on, Adrian?
I'm gonna also say that I don't have much to say. I'm gonna be a little quiet this episode because
this guy, man.
This brother.
I got irritated.
All the way over here, bro.
I'm irritated.
The shift went all the way from the Etihad all the way over here. It's crazy.
You know what, man? Like, I've never been like a Trent hater, so I'm not gonna take any of this. Like, oh, Trent shushed me. What I always rated him. So not like I know a lot of tons of City fans on the internet. They hate that guy. Kyle Walker's better. Blah blah blah. All this nonsense. Nah, bro. Honestly, some of you deserve that shush. Like, I'm gonna be
Yo, crazy, bro.
Not me though. Like,
crazy that I didn't say that line, man.
Dang, you said that.
But I know they hated that. Man. The Scouts lad in Manchester. Oh man, we'll save it for the talk.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Again, it takes one finger to shush, but it also takes one finger to go hit 5 stars on all podcast platforms for Yanks Talks Ball. Right. Listen, y'all gotta make sure y'all tune in, tap in, support us everywhere, whether it be again Spotify for podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcast, all the available podcast platforms, YouTube's, every single platform you can possibly think of. Yes, even the wild ones. Again, Adrian's behind that. Yanks Talk Ball. Without further ado.
What else we could do with one finger, right?
Hey, there's a lot of things. Instagram and Twitter. You damn right. Absolutely.
We gotta post on Instagram and Twitter if we want people to follow us.
That is also true.
Hey, listen, don't worry about that. We will also get to.
It's been a busy week. You know, it's been
2 weeks, 3 weeks. Crazy, bro. Phil goes on vacation, and then holiday season comes, and look what happens. Crazy, man.
Back on the podcast.
Listen,
if anything, I've been putting yoga on my back, bro. I think
you did. You held it down. You held it down for a couple weeks.
Nah, listen,
and then no one took over.
Nah, Tom's getting busy, but we can talk about the beginning of these busy fixtures that we've been getting to. But even before that, let's talk about these predictions for the past week, man. There was a field of duds, so to speak. But Gene, you could break it down for us.
We could go with the mild ones. I predicted Liverpool to beat City. I mean, it was a good game, you know. It could have gone either way after a moment. Fortunately, my prediction was still wrong, so I'll take the L on that. But I want Chase. I want Chase to mention his prediction, and I want to ask him where does he think it went wrong.
So I don't know how to say it. Chelsea 2, Newcastle 0 was my prediction. That's not what happened. I don't really know what to say, other than Thiago Silva is washed and time for him to back it up.
Crazy.
Again, another. I'm not even. There's so many things that went wrong, including Kai Havertz scored. Now this whole Reece James Trent thing is taking a whole nother fucking turn. It's just like. But yes, Newcastle. We'll get into all that. But Newcastle 0, Chelsea 2 is my prediction, and that's not what happened.
You know what's funny about that? I think how long did it take Isak to score and ruin that 2-0? Like it was in like within 10 minutes, right?
Oh,
yeah.
it was
Maybe
quicker than
20.
that.
Yeah.
It was within the first 10 minutes of the game. Boom.
It was it was 13 minutes. It was 13 minutes.
It was within 15 minutes that when the prediction was done.
Wildin'.
Yeah, not my best one.
Yo, Chelsea fans might be the funniest fan base in the league. In the league, bro. Like a couple weeks ago, Thiago Silva ordered this saying like team of the century. Bro, now out here he's washed after one back pass. Man, that's crazy. I know, actually, not even.
It wasn't just a back pass.
I don't even have to go a couple weeks ago. I just have to go to his goal against Man City. Some people were saying, hey, look at this 40-year-old scoring goals against the best team of all time.
Second oldest player to ever score a goal in the Premier League, I believe.
Crazy.
The oldest.
I got washed in a week. Man.
How the mighty have fallen, but yeah, what's the rest of the predictions, man?
I want to go with Adrian. He had a pretty decent prediction.
Yeah, I predicted that Aston Villa would beat Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and it actually happened. And just because, I guess maybe it wasn't bold enough. There were some arguments. I remember.
Hey, you got it. You took it.
Doesn't make it any less funny.
No, for sure. There's a certain manager got 3 managers, like what? Manager of the month 3 months in a row somehow.
Mate.
And
Mate.
loses 3
He
in a
mumbled
row.
mate after every goal they conceded.
Mate.
Oh my days. Trey.
Mine was pretty bland. I ain't gonna lie. I had Nottingham Forest beating Brighton by 2-1. The 2 goals was correct, but unfortunately, just some out of nowhere, just heroics from Joao Pedro, which double pissed me off because I traded him directly to Gene in the draft league, which pissed me off even more. I guess this guy just comes out with a brace out of the blue. And Pascal Gross with 2 assists out the blue. Like, it's just a whole nother ordeal, man. But it was actually a pretty decent game. It was pretty end-to-end stuff. I'm not mad at that L, but it sucked that Nottingham Forest couldn't take control of the game like they could have. But it is what it is.
Yeah, and they started off with the leading, right?
Yeah, Alonga scoring 3 minutes.
Anthony Alonga, scoring a goal.
But yeah, that is what it is.
Jokes,
Star boy.
Unfortunate. But Phil, finish us off with your prediction. No pause.
Yeah. So what can I say other than I can't give you an explanation that you asked Chase to give. Okay. I think all the good luck juju that Adrian had for his prediction with Aston Villa somehow getting a win out of that game, even though Son scored a hat-trick, but still came away with 0 goals scored. I think all that juju was used against me in the Everton United game, because how United kept a clean sheet, Onana pulling out his 2014 David De Gea heroics, craziness. And there was one moment where I knew my prediction was cursed, because I predicted Everton to beat United by at least 2 goals, and for Abdoulaye Doucouré to score. And I knew that prediction was cursed when he had that chance. What was it? First 20-30 minutes of the game, cut inside into the box, opens up his hips, place it bottom right corner, you got this, son. If this is the last game of the season, you know he's burying it 10 times out of 10. But here against United, just smacks that wide, and I was like, yeah, it's over. That was the moment, and the moment was gone. The Goodison Park crowd would have eaten that up. You saw them all their signs. It would have erupted with emotion, but wasn't to be, man. Now I look like a fool.
Insane.
It happens. Happens
too often.
No, honestly, that's crazy. But we can get right into it, man. We can not hold off any longer. We can just talk about it. We want to start the main event? You know what I'm saying?
We gotta start at the Etihad.
Main course, we got to start at Etihad, man. Let's go. Man City won, Liverpool won. A hotly contested game. There was shushes, there was goals, there was controversies, there was people fighting and arguing with each other post-match. It was all over the place. But we got to go straight to it, man. How did y'all feel about this game, this exciting contest between, again, two of the biggest teams over these past 5 years in the Prem?
Adrian, you wanna go first?
I'm just gonna say that we deserve to win that game.
Oh,
Oh my god.
We did. We missed a bunch of goals, and we missed, like, it just reminded me of 19 through 20 City with Gabriel Jesus up front.
Well, that
And
doesn't mean you
certainly gonna
deserve
win.
to win. If you guys couldn't do it, if
I think
anything-
we should have. I mean,
Should have
we
won.
created enough to win that game. Yeah, we had buried our
Okay.
chances. We would have won that game.
What
I
were
know
the
it's
big
simple to
chances?
say, but it's just that
I
Alvarez
mean, I
chance.
think of
where-
Alvarez that he hit over, and I think of Haaland where
Yeah.
Alisson did the save.
There was Haaland. Yeah. There was one Haaland chance, one Alvarez chance that should have been goals. I think. I mean, Doku created a lot of opportunities he created a lot of space too for our attack, and we just didn't do anything with it. I knew we were gonna concede. Like, we keep missing all these goals. Like, they're just gonna score some cheap goal, and we're gonna tie 1-1. That's exactly what happened. Because it always seems to happen that way. So
Wait, but
like,
like
I don't.
Doku was causing a lot of trouble and like being a nuisance. But like, how many chances did he really create?
the final ball was dead.
Like, I don't think there were a lot of big chances.
The final ball was either dead or caught.
I think he created
caught.
more.
I think he thought this was pro
Created
club
more
and he
space.
just did it. Match ratings up.
He had a good game. Like, he had
No,
a
he
really
did.
good
He did.
game. Yeah.
He had a
Memes are
good game.
flying though.
Like,
we
he
were
was the
talking about
best.
the Van Dyke memes before, like with the funny pictures of Van Dyke. I saw a bunch of those with Doku this time around. He was getting that treatment.
I'm
Nah,
sorry.
it's because like our fan base gasses him up so much, so he doesn't ends the game with 0 goals, 0 assists, and all of a sudden it was.
This was also Trent's moment to basically now he can. It's scapegoat moment for the rest of this, or he like nothing can go wrong with Trent now for the rest of the season. All those defending compilations don't matter because he scored this goal, so he's in the clear now. He's the best right back in the world. We're back on that, so
Not in my eyes. Chase.
it's a shame. It's a shame.
Well,
Yeah.
because
Essentially.
we live in an era where the best right back in the world is better at attacking than defending. So,
Not my right back. My
He's
right
not
back is
the
good.
best right back in the
Get with
world.
the
I'll give
times.
that
But
to you
isn't-
right now. I don't
isn't
think
that
he's
true
the
though?
best right
Like over the last like 6-7 years, like the debate over who's the best left back or right back in the world has been arguably placed more importance on attack than defense.
Listen,
Which
that
is
could be
very
their
funny
debate. If
in my
I could
mind.
choose a right back for my team between Kyle Walker, Trent, or Reese, I'm choosing Kyle Walker. I'm still gonna choose that guy over any of them two, regardless if he can't do what they can up front. I'll still choose him. There's a reason that Pep still uses him.
Yeah, I don't think
'cause
that's a
he's
controversial
totally
statement.
different.
Well,
Like, I don't
everyone-
buy the
everyone
idea
just
that
mentions
Walker is
Trent
a
and-
better
and Reece.
footballer than
No, that's
Yeah.
not what I'm saying.
the other.
But at right back.
Yeah,
if I
now
had to choose
now
one
is
of
he
them at
more
right back-
ideal for certain systems? Absolutely, because they're just completely different players. But no, I think we had enough of control at least in the first half of the game. We had a couple of chances that we would expect our strikers to score. Haaland, Alvarez. We didn't get enough from Foden. I don't think he had a good game. Some people were saying, I mean, he had a decent shot in the first half that was from Alisson. But at the end of the day, like playing Foden as a right winger is, I never liked the idea. And it like once again we're in this whole debate of whether like Phil Foden should be starting for City every week. What's his best position? Like it's every year is the same thing. And I'm kind of getting tired of it personally because I rate him
If
so
he's as
highly.
good as people say, why is that even a question? Like, and he is, but
It's
I don't
true, yeah.
understand. Like, he's like the guy. Like everyone talks about Foden, and I understand it. But if you're that good, there really shouldn't even ever be a question if you're on the team sheet. Like, he's not like a 17-year-old anymore.
Nah, I
And there's no
think,
De Bruyne on the
honestly,
side. Like, he should be able to displace Alvarez if he's as good as everyone's claiming him to be. I would think.
Yeah, I would think so too. I think Pep is just his biggest like his number one like hindrance. Like
Where do you think he should play?
Is Pep. I would like to see him play right now because Alvarez is completely out of form. I would like to see him play in the Alvarez role. Basically, where KDB usually plays, but Alvarez and KDB don't do exactly the same role. They play in that same position, but they have different roles. I think Foden would be a bit of a mixture between the two of them. Was if he played in that role, but Pep doesn't trust him there. That's clear, because if he did, he'd been playing in that role since the beginning of the season when De Bruyne got injured. So,
which is funny because Foden was playing. He was playing on the right wing against Newcastle, but he was like mostly coming into that space in that KDB space in that match, and that was the best I think I've ever seen him play. And then, and I'm pretty sure did Pep not even start him in the next match, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he did it. It was against Newcastle, and that he was able to do that because Walker was actually providing the width in that game. In this game, I don't think he was willing to take that risk with Walker going up, especially with Luis Diaz. Was Luis Diaz play? Yeah, he was.
He came on as a sub. No, Jota.
No, I'm sorry. Who?
Jota.
Jota. Okay. Well, with Jota, we're not willing to take that risk of Walker going up. So I guess Foden had to provide the width, and he wasn't able to kind of drift inside like in other performances. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying though, I'm getting a little tired of this whole debate as to where he should play, whatever. Because at the end of the day, I think Pep is his biggest roadblock, and the fact that Pep doesn't trust Foden to be a starter in our team, a nailed on player in our starting 11. Because I think in any other
100 million.
In a lot of
I guess for more.
No, in a lot of other teams, Foden would start. I think.
Of course,
he'd
be the best player.
Yeah. I mean, so it's just down to Pep, and I can't question Pep. You know. So yeah.
The funny thing is with Pep, it's like you really have no idea what he is thinking. You don't know what is he looking for in that position. What's Alvarez providing that he doesn't think Foden can do? Is it the direct goal contributions, which he isn't even doing much anymore as he was in the beginning of the season? Is it, because everything Foden is good at is exactly what you'd think you would need to play in that role. But clearly there's something that Pep wants from that role that Foden doesn't do. It's
Even I'm
struggling
to
see
it. I think a lot of people are.
His finishing is just so subpar sometimes. It's the most that's the only thing that's inconsistent about him. Sometimes he goes, bangs it upper 90, and then sometimes he has a one-on-one, even UCL final, and just woofs it.
And that's probably Alvarez's best trait by a good country mile. His ball striking and his finishing is probably the best, one of the best out of the team. So I think that's kind of the separator in that sense. And if he's not hitting, what good is there?
KDB's great at that too. He's not just an amazing passer.
That's the difference. And when they're in those types of spaces, they're gonna bang it, and more often than not, they're gonna get something out of it. So I think
the thing is, Foden isn't a bad finisher though, or a bad striker of the ball. If his issue is inconsistent finishing, then getting him into those opportunities more consistently is the way to get that.
But he does
that out of him.
He gets those opportunities. I'm sure Adrian sees it all the time, but I'm sure he just sometimes whoofs it. I don't understand. Kicks it straight to the goalie. I've seen it a lot of times, and I like Foden. I'm not like a lot of people hate on Foden. I like Foden. To me, that's his main flaw. There's so many opportunities. Even against United last season, he took all those opportunities. He had a hat trick, right? And I'm sure there's so many games where he could do those. He could provide those goals. Where it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, real quick though, I wanted to highlight something that came up in the middle, I guess in the days after the match, again due to the celebration of one Trent Alexander-Arnold. My man scored a sublime goal, touch, shot, bang, it brought Liverpool back, and hit the shush celebration, but now there's all these reports sprouting about that he might be set to get a ban or some type of fine or punishment for shushing the crowd and celebrating.
Nah, ban would be ridiculous. Fine at most.
Yeah, some punishment in any form though. What are we doing here? I'm not gonna lie.
Soft, man.
Dog.
There's no way. There's just no way.
We can't.
It's fake news or something.
I mean, I think there is an official thing in the Premier League rulebook about supporting in front of opposition's fans. I remember Gary Neville.
Didn't Nicholas Jackson do that against Spurs?
Yeah, but the thing I was gonna say is it's not really enforced. But I remember Gary Neville, it must have been in 2008 or 7 or something like that, celebrated a United winner at directly in front of the Liverpool supporters, and he got I'm pretty sure it was a fine, but he did get in some sort of trouble afterwards. And the fact that that's the last thing I can think of, last example of that, is crazy because we know what happens all the time. Jamie Vardy, how often is he
facts
the prancing bird or shushing fans? This is a common thing, and it's just they just turn on the rules when they want, I guess. Don't want to get into conspiracy theories about Manchester City being the Premier League's golden boys, but
they're opening their legs to it, bro. That's what the league is doing. What else do they expect?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Again, it's not even like he did it against United or Everton, where there's a high
Same
like where
Premier
it's,
League that charged us 115 charges.
yeah. But what's happened with those charges, bro?
I mean, why would they have charged us in the first place?
It's filler, bro.
Everton was 2 seconds. They got the charge and then boom, 2 days later,
Facts.
like
Straight.
they already got.
Yeah, it's all hype.
That's just
It's all
because of
hype.
the media. That's because of the media's agenda. Like, for what we know, Everton could have been getting investigated for years now. People know.
The 115 things, as much as I like to talk about it, it's all hype. Nothing's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
nothing's gonna come of that. But
Because Everton's broke, they ain't have enough coverage for that. City got enough coverage for about 87 lifetimes. Like,
yeah, bro, they're better lawyers in the Premier League.
Facts. I'm gonna feel like Kane the Conqueror. My descendants in the year 3008, they gonna see the charger finally hit. They be like, oh shoot, this what my ancestors was talking about from miles ago. Oh damn, like it's gonna be that long before we get any coverage on these things coming to light. It's a wrap.
Yo, and but back to the Trent thing. Like, I'd understand if it was in the Merseyside derby or against United and he did that.
Yeah.
Because it's more hostile, you know,
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
more tense. And I can understand, like, it turns into a riot and stuff gets out of hand. But it's against Manchester City, that empty, quiet-ass stadium. He shushed no one. He did that, it was already silent. Like, let's be honest. Like, if you watch the goal and you see him run and do this, the decibel level does not change in the stadium at all.
Hey, that you know the funniest thing is, and this is not the first time Pep has said this. He was like, you know, what was
Exactly.
and Pep
Yeah.
asking for more noise that the empty had. I'm like, yo,
Yeah, he did, bro. Several times during the match, he was like gesturing to them to raise the volume. Like,
it's like asking for some smart water in the Sahara Desert, bro. That's really not
legitimately,
easy.
like, it's the worst stadium Trent could have picked to have done this in. And that's when the Premier League decides to. Well, I don't know if they're officially going to do anything about it, but at least with these rumors. Oh yeah, that picture's cold. Yeah, it's cold.
No, yeah.
It's lame as hell if they fine him for that. I mean, come on.
Bro,
Yeah, it's stupid.
So lame.
like Phil said, if it's not against like Everton or United, there's no reason. Like, yeah, then they'll get crazy. You know what I'm saying? If it happens anywhere else.
Either way, bro, it's part of it. That's like the shit. That's fun. That's why
Yeah, I
they do
know,
it.
but
Like,
Yeah.
it's fun, but
and can you really blame him? Like, there's people like us sitting
here.
here. Yeah, but there's people like us sitting here with Mike shitting on him all day.
Like, it happened with Neville, like however long ago at Anfield, you know. So I understand what Phil's saying, but come on, the rivalry between like City and Liverpool is like Klopp loves Pep loves.
Yeah, it's the friendliest.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
yeah.
a-
Yeah, it's literally, there's no beef, nothing.
It's just because they're both good. That's the
Yeah.
only rivalry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Only thing I did want to add as a little side note though, somebody actually wanted to give plaudits to. Bro, how the fuck does Nathan Ake do what he do? Like, how does he do what he does on like a weekly basis,
He's
bro?
so annoying.
He's such a pest, bro. He locks up damn near every winger he sees, and it makes no sense how good he is, bro. It's an embarrassment of riches how good City defenders are in general, and the fact that they just have him in the tuck and he'll just pop up every few games out of rotation, in a rotation, can hold it down against Saka, Salah, again every damn winger
He's
that you
better
provide.
at that position than Guardiola, in my opinion. Like, I can't remember the last time Salah had
I
a good
agree.
game against Ake. He just shuts him
Says-
shuts them down in terms of like getting past him and one-on-one dribbling. Like, Salah was flat, like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
like
but
he just
still.
can't get past him. Like, he's such a good one-on-one defender. Like, he could
Facts.
easily play like left back traditionally in a back four, even if it's outside of this Pep system with four center backs. And yeah, he's just been like one of City's most underrated signings, in my opinion. Like,
Agreed.
He's such an annoying like
Guy's
pest
a
of a defender.
pure nuisance, bro. Every time I see him moved out that far against us, and I'm like, fuck, man. I know Saka's not gonna have. He usually don't have it easy on a double, but just see him alone. It's like, damn, all right. It's gonna
And
be
that's not even mentioning the fact that he assisted in Holland's goal.
Yeah, literally.
Like, skipping past Trent and Szoboszlai and playing it into.
We gotta talk about the slip.
Yeah, that's not.
We're just gonna act like that didn't happen.
All right, talk about it.
dribbling back past.
It's funny.
Like a crazy thing, but you don't.
Nah, I was.
What did he just have the most dribble? Like they dribbled by him the most.
Yeah, by
like,
Trent the
whole-
most.
whole
I
game.
think that stat is like misleading though.
It's so weird to count what's a dribble and what's not a dribble, or like
Regardless of what counting or not, bro, he was getting cooked the whole game.
I mean, but it's
Michael.
like getting cooked, but it's clear for the most part. Like, the plan was for Trent to just usher Doku a certain side.
For
Like,
sure.
it was rare that Doku
And he was
was
getting
like,
help.
the one
Every
time I
time,
can
like-
remember that Doku skipped into an actually dangerous area was when McAllister was the one on him because it was a
Son,
counterattack and it was just a total mismatch.
We'll talk about McAllister.
But for the most
Doku,
part, Trent was ushering him
like-
to the byline, and he was trying to cross
Son.
with his left foot, or he was ushering him into Szoboszlai or Salah, who was coming to cover.
Yeah, they're all.
And
they're-
hey,
So like the
Doku,
dribble past that, like
yeah,
it wasn't
Doku.
really
Doku was putting stuff in the air
That's just how
fryer.
stats are.
You know what I'm saying? Doku was putting stuff in the air fryer. He closed the door to start cooking it, and it was starting to go, but he just plugged it out every time he got past and packed it in there. Like it just didn't go through.
Yeah, bro. LNC Maximin.
No end product, man. It was no end product at the end of it. The final ball, where was it? You know what I'm saying? So there's no doubt he's a good, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a great winger, and he already shown that he has some like crazy shit about him. But it's just like the final ball. The final ball is the most important shit.
I don't even blame him for like having poor final ball. It's not like he was getting into places and then there was something clearly on it. He was just messing it up. Like the Liverpool defense was just
they were ready. They're prepared
to deal with the threat of Doku. Like every time he got the ball, you could see the like how desperately Szoboszlai and for the first half also like Salah were tracking back to cover and like Matip was always there to cover any cutbacks. Like just everything was just like it was really tough for him. Like the person who was getting the most freedom was Bernardo Silva because of all the space that was being afforded by Szoboszlai dropping back to cover Trent. Yeah, and he was insane in the first half. Bernardo, he just had the freedom of the Etihad Stadium to do what he wanted. And a player like that, I feel like he always turns it on against us, but he's just he's just that good anyway. Like he's just almost always having an incredible game. Yeah. Like I've said for years how much of a fan of Bernardo Silva I am. So like in the second half, it took Trent having to almost like man mark Bernardo, like cutting off any space to him for us to actually start getting a foothold in the match. Like he was just running the show up until that moment.
It was weird. He didn't get one shot the whole game. He got one shot 90 plus minutes. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't getting into the Liverpool box much. He was just running like that left channel essentially. He was just,
that's just not his game.
Running up all the time.
He was creating a lot, you know, retaining the ball a lot for us. Yeah, creating lots.
I watched the whole second.
But at the end of the day, we're like
amazing.
Alvarez let us down in that game. Foden let us down. He didn't have a good performance. And then
did Haaland not miss a chance?
He scored. He did. He missed a chance, but at least he scored his chance too.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna put him down there with the others, but.
I mean, his chance that he missed, it's not even a miss. It was a great save by Allison.
It was a good save,
yeah.
Yeah, but again, ultimately down to the stalemate. So I feel like.
Wait, Gino's about to say something about McAllister.
Oh no, we'll talk about him soon enough.
What do you mean talk?
Nothing.
What about him now?
He got him in a lineup. He got him in a lineup.
Been having, I don't know, man. I just see him running around like Conor Gallagher around the pitch. I don't really know what he does half the time, other than get a red here and there. You just have been. You're lucky you didn't get that price tag on him like other teams has, like from Brighton. I don't know. A lot of people were expecting a lot from him.
I've never seen a 10th place team just be such rent-free in people's heads. Like we have nothing to do with this.
I'm not even.
Other teams from Brighton, like Chelsea hasn't bought every fucking player that Brighton has. And he continuously rips us off.
He could have said Basuma. Dang.
Yeah, I could have said.
But he's cooking.
High price though. He was cheap.
Basuma cooks. The people we have are fucking idiots.
That's what I'm saying. If McAllister, I'm sure
like that.
Chelsea wanted them, they would pay like 80 million for him.
He's also a 10, and he's not gonna play a 10. And
you know what's funny, Gene? Like if you had mentioned this on like another match, like maybe after Wolves or something, it would have had a better case. But I think this was probably his best performance for Liverpool. Was this game at Man City, which is so ironic. His level of comfortability. His comfort on the ball. Is that even a word? Like I was thinking, it doesn't sound like a word.
Comfortability.
His comfort on the ball. His comfort on the ball in tight spaces, specifically in the first half when we were under the cosh. He was just getting the ball and it was like glue. Like he just was not losing the ball, turning quickly. There was even one instance where like I think it was Rodri was like trying to foul him in one of his typical things, but McAllister kept it on. Was on a swivel, like, and then his passes are always looking forward, always. And like there was I think it was for the goal where Haaland takes a shot, Alisson saves it, and then it comes to McAllister. He's in the 6-yard box facing his own goal, and he just so comfortably, without a care in the world, like just turns around with the ball in his own 6-yard box, and then just plays it to Gravenberch, and then we go, and the goal comes from there.
And Johnny does that, bro. It's not something crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what's not crazy?
Doing what you just described right now. I'm just saying for this whole season that he's had, not even this game, okay? Because I said, I only watched the second half of this game. Weren't you saying he was signing the season or something like that?
Well, I predicted that he would be, and Szoboszlai ended up being our signing of the season so far. But he's not. I don't think he's been so good, and he's been playing out of position as a number 6.
So good. Oh, okay.
He's been playing as a number
good.
6, so which is not in his traditional wheelhouse. And Klopp is molding him, and he's been speaking like almost every press conference about how he because every single press conference is the same thing. When are you going to buy 6? When are you going to buy a holding midfielder? And he's trying to tell them, like, I love McAllister in this role. Klopp's making clear that he really likes McAllister as the number 6, and you can see like bit by bit how he's developing into that. It took Fabinho 6 months to be able to even play a match for Liverpool because he was so adapting to the Klopp system. So for someone who's not even a traditional 6 to have grown so much in the role that he can have a 8 out of 10 game at the Etihad against like this Pep team.
Like, I'm not. Is it the Etihad, or no? You're like gassing the Etihad? I don't get it, bro.
Well, gassing the Etihad isn't because
it's not because of the fans.
I'm not gassing because of the crowd.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Hey,
I don't know.
That's two separate entities.
The City had won 23 home games in a row before this Saturday. Like that stadium's a fortress.
Yeah.
23 home games in a row. I don't know if I believe.
Yeah, some crazy. Adrian was probably know better than me. Some incredible stat like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
We hadn't lost in over a year there, so
it wasn't not lost. It was won every single.
Did you guys lose to Brentford?
That was over a year ago.
Yeah, that was before. That was a while back. But yeah,
I thought you guys.
That was the last game we had lost.
Right in time.
Oh, we had not won. Sorry, that was the last game we had not won.
That's what I'm saying. Didn't you guys tie Brighton, or that
we had no? That was in,
like one of the last games of the season.
Yeah, that wasn't away from. We have won the Amex home match since then.
I don't know.
Fortress.
But yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, it's including the Champions League as well.
But I think Trey or someone, I forgot who mentioned Gravenberch. But man, Bayern Munich, or specifically Thomas Tuchel, is some clown. Bro, Brian Gravenberch is a baller. He is such a baller.
I agree.
The fact that I'm not a Curtis Jones hater. I like Curtis Jones. I think he's a really good player. Like, he just has some his decision making isn't the best. Holds on to the ball too long and can be a bit frustrating. But we had 60 whatever minutes of him just playing like he was on the street. Just gets the ball, doing a lot of fancy touches, passing it back, just not doing a lot of nothing. Gravenberch is on the pitch for I don't even know how many minutes. He gets the ball, just starts running forward with it. Sees him and Rodri. Instead of looking for a pass, he's like, I'm just going to take this guy on. You know how long it's been since Liverpool has had a midfielder that can actually drive forward with the ball, can break lines just by running. I can't even think of who. It might have been Emre Can, might be the last midfielder Liverpool's had that can actually do that. And the goal came from that, from him just skipping past Rodri, opening the pitch up, and then a goal comes from it. And I don't want to put too much in the air, potentially jinxing stuff because he can get injured or this and that can happen. But I think at this moment, just under Szoboszlai, Gravenberch is the player I'm most excited to see stuff from this season.
Without injury, he's a good player.
Limit with him.
He's a really good.
I think he's such a good player.
Yeah. Again, I still think there's a void in the DM in the 6th position, but him as just a midfielder as an 8, him driving with the ball again, breaking lines like that, advancing. I think he's really, really good. And again, the injuries and his record with his health hasn't done it justice. Yeah, I think that's dangerous. I think that's really dangerous, honestly.
Then where SpongeBob go? You have 3 players.
No, just leave the midfield. The midfield is probably going to stay. I think Liverpool's best midfield right now is McAllister at the 6, and then Szoboszlai and Gravenberch is the 8. Gravenberch would be wasted as a DM.
They're gonna try and find some way to make do
into the opposition half.
Yeah, they're gonna try and find some way to make do or make the center backs be closer to McAllister to help him out aerially or some shit like that. They're gonna find a way to adjust that though. You also do bring up a good point though, with Gravenberch and how Liverpool usually play a lot, and especially in transitions. Rodri's looking kind of wild when the game was stretched a little bit, but I'm saying just a little bit. I'm not saying crazily, but when the game state is a little bit,
that doesn't suit him. Yeah, it's like Busquets, even in his prime, they don't have legs.
Yeah.
Their thing isn't. He's not content.
Yeah.
He's not going to be chasing.
I'm just that
are good runners.
I just want to let people know people are human out there. They're human. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers
Sounds like you're running an agenda.
Huh? Don't worry about
that. You're trying to cut an agenda.
How long until Trey starts saying Declan Rice best 6 in the league? It's coming soon.
You don't know this is
I thought he was already on.
Wait, are you already on that?
Listen,
are you on that?
I have no. I've already. All right, please, and don't make me not like Kobe Mano, because I like Kobe Mano. Stop, don't make me do that, bro. Don't make me do that.
You can't.
Push
The
that
thing
to the
is, you
side.
can't like any United player because they will make their players unlikable.
Yo, and some way, shape, or form, I can't do that, bro. I actually like this dude. Don't even, but I will say that I haven't said it yet, but I'm this close. I'm waiting. I'm patient. You know, I'm a patient man.
It's only gonna get worse from here.
Wait, were we just talking about humans and how human is to air and stuff like that? I think it's a good one to move on. To Newcastle 4, Chelsea 1. You know,
I'm only
There's a team
human
that's-
after all.
that's looking very, very, very human, man. Chelsea.
Human.
Hey, do you have any comments
Bro,
on
Chelsea,
subhuman.
Chelsea is an
I think,
MLS
we
team.
should, I think we should start with the free kick from Raheem. What a fucking strike! We were talking. Ironically, we were talking about David Luiz and his free kick style on the last episode, and it looked similar to that. So I just wanted to put that out there. That was a nice goal, right?
Yeah, no,
It was a good goal. It was a good goal. It was like a
goal.
Drogba free kick. You remember how he used to take it?
Since
I
you
really
mentioned
enjoyed that.
Do you want to mention how
Really.
he got that foul? Where if it was Sterling 2 years ago, he would just run and score the goal.
Bro,
He
he
can't
knew
do
what he was
everything.
doing, man. It was all part of the plan.
Nah,
It's
Nah, he got lucky that he got fouled
Thank
there.
you, Adrian. Yo,
Because he
the way
messed
that-
up that play so badly.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Thank you. He
No,
literally,
he did, though.
he was gonna make the
Us for
pass,
the free kick.
and then the guy jumped on the pass,
Man,
and he was
held.
just gonna dribble by, and then he was just like
Just
walking. Like, I don't know
facts.
what he was doing.
It's controller froze, man.
Trippier, out of all the players to catch up on you, freaking Trippier catches up and just like pushes you a little bit. It was a foul, definitely a foul. Scored the free
Where's
kick, good on
Lavia?
him, but if he didn't,
I'm getting concerned.
Hey, listen, that's y'all.
you guys could
That's
have
y'all
pulled
fault.
you could get the freaking Thor anything right now, bro. I don't think
Leslie's
Bro,
not it.
Lavia was just a practical joke played by Liverpool
Hmm?
to get,
Yeah,
to get
I think
Bowler
so.
and panic standing him.
Listen, if you think Caicedo is sus on the ball, you're gonna see Mr. Lavia as soon as he gets that pass from Sanchez to his
Bro.
back. Ooh, I can't wait to that. I can't
Bro,
wait.
We
who's
got,
gonna-
and we got.
Nah,
they
Lavia
got-
is amazing. He's very good on the ball.
Yeah, y'all got
His
6
best
more
attribute is
DMs.
on the ball.
But somehow at
But
Chelsea,
Enzo,
it will-
Yeah, Chelsea will
Enzo
ruin
Fernandez is making me very nervous. I'm getting very tired of him.
Now?
Enzo.
It just
Wait,
started.
what's,
Enzo?
what,
Oh,
what's,
he had a terrible-
Yeah.
I mean,
what's your issue with
wow.
him? What are you nervous about?
He doesn't
What
do
does he do?
anything.
We're still trying to figure out what Enzo Fernandez was.
No, you want to know
That's
what
a-
he literally
that's a
does?
TT clip.
He literally, you know how a pro clubs player just like tries to boost his stats with the passing? That's all he does. He just passes it side to side. That's
Like, he
it.
looks.
Just pass side.
I do this. I do this every fucking episode. He looks good. Like the way he moves and like
It looks
on
like
the
a
ball and
footballer. He's
stuff.
got the tattoos and everything.
Yeah, he looks like he
Looks like
could
a
like.
footballer, you know?
He looks like he could
does.
dominate a game,
So you're saying,
but then he almost makes some passes like really casually to like it's almost like he does it because he knows he's just better than everyone else. But then he's gonna get it the next time and do some cool shit. But he just does those casual passes the whole fucking game.
so you're
I
saying,
don't know what he does,
So what
and
you-
it sucks.
So what you're telling me is he spent all of his money on the aesthetics and stuff like that in the eShop and all that shit, but not on the skill points. Where there's not some
Yeah.
some time on the pitch. building
Yeah,
it
that
up.
blackout tattoo had to
Copy.
cost like $5,000 to just scribble on your arm with Sharpie. But
Copy. Bro,
It's
It's
a-
definitely not the same Enzo we saw in the World Cup where he just grabbed the ball and like start like
Bro,
dribbling. Like he just
Enzo-
doesn't do that.
If he
Which he
played like
can
he
do.
did against Liverpool this season, if he played like that every game, he'd be the best 8 in the league. Like, he was unplayable that day, and everyone, like at least me, I was like, "Oh man, Poch, like one game in is already unlocking Enzo. Like this is what we're gonna see this season."
again, dude, like
Bro,
there's
relocked
no
his shit
excuse
right
now.
after.
He's not playing.
and threw away the
He's
key.
not playing as a 6. He's not playing as a 10. He's playing where he should be playing, and then he's just not doing what he's supposed to do. So it's like, I don't know if it seems like he's almost like waiting to like be good. I don't get it.
You know what he's waiting for? He's waiting for one of those like 35-yard shots that he takes like twice a game to go one for him to go in, and then he'll start maybe doing
Who they
something. I've
put-
never
who
seen
they
a
was
player
a-
try so much. God,
Was it
damn,
Bolton that he
shit's
dropped
not
his
gonna
10 out of 10 in? They just played Bolton every week. When they played
Damn.
Bolton, he had a 10 out of 10.
Oh no, Blackburn. It was Blackburn.
Blackburn, yeah.
Oh, my
Shout out
I
to
mean-
Blackburn Rovers.
The thing is, bro, I think Enzo would also be helped. Like it's the I know I'm getting into the meme of unlocking, but he would do better if he had a more competent 6 next to him. Because Caicedo
Yes,
this
that
season,
guy-
even
kinda-
that small cameo, he didn't start against Newcastle. But that
Bro.
cameo he had when he came on, oh
Yo,
my
Nah.
you can check me
Like,
or whatever.
he's-
It's much
Dog,
better.
That brother is confused. I listen, bro. Not only is he
It's not
wearing,
his fault. He's like, it's
Yeah.
not his fault, but that's a lot to ask of him. I don't even think he was supposed
Wait,
to be at
didn't
the
Chase
club.
say
Like,
that Reece James could go into that spot when they're attacking or something like that?
He needs to stay
No,
on
I
the
never
pitch,
saw
bro.
that.
That's
Oh, yeah,
facts.
yeah,
yeah,
complete
Reece has other
anomaly.
issues to worry
I
about.
saw
Bro, this
something that
kid-
Reece
no, I
played
mean-
3 games in a row
Reece James is hilarious. Like he knows his body can only allow him to play a certain amount of. Like,
Such
only
a
be available.
stupid fucking challenge,
He's only
dude.
available for a certain window
look at the
every
clock.
season,
It said,
and the man wasted it. Man,
That's
wasted
what I
the
said it from the
finite
start.
time he has
Why
on the
did
pitch
Chelsea-
getting sent off.
Why did they get rid of every like senior midfielder? Why
You asked
did
that question.
Jorginho, Conte, even Loftus-Cheek could do a job in that role when shit gets difficult? At least Loftus-Cheek's gonna go in there and give you like a 7 out of 10, drive at players, whatever. It was like, no, we're just gonna clean house so
remember
much.
I remember Chelsea fans wanting that guy out so badly. Like he was
Who, Loftus-Cheek?
Loftus-Cheek.
We didn't
Yeah.
play him.
Better than Caicedo.
Bro, that's why I tell you,
It's
Chelsea
like
fans are the funniest.
They don't know what they want.
Fan base. Like this past summer, I will never forget. This is before I left Twitter. The stuff I was seeing when every new signing came in the door. It's like, oh, Bowley. They're making these memes of Bowley like with like dollar signs behind him. Like this is a true owner. This is a real owner. And then like 2 games into the season, they lose to who was it, West Ham, and now they're all in like, get this yank out of my club. And then now it's the same thing. Now they're signing these like 12-year-olds from like Brazil or whatever. And then it's the same thing. They're getting gassed again.
Yo,
Wait, it's just. I mean,
facts.
didn't Chase say that Caldwell was like one of the best center backs in the league too?
Bro,
Like I'm not crazy.
what
I
does
heard
that
him
brother
say
do?
Like,
what is that
like,
man's
I-
NPC defender?
No,
bro?
he's good.
Oh, Colwell's good. Yeah, Colwell's good.
good at what? Because he can't even start for this.
One,
shit team.
no, one of the best in the league is crazy, but he's good.
I don't
He
think
has a
that's
bright
the best
future
in the
ahead
league.
of
He is a good
He's
player.
not. He's not good.
He has a
enough
bright
to start
future ahead of him.
for this team, which is.
But the problem is
crazy.
Chelsea has like 200 center backs. Like
But
there's
I
all these
know.
people saying they want Badiashile and Disasi to start playing partnering since they did partner before they joined Chelsea.
And Fofana still is injured, and he's probably the best of the bunch when he's fit.
Literally. Yeah.
So it's a disaster, man. I mean, again, I'm not going to jump off the bridge because, again, the last 2 games have been exciting, but that midfield was a problem even then. It's even when they were going 4-4 against City, it wasn't because of Enzo and Caicedo. I mean, the Caicedo thing, I feel like it's not, and I don't. This may sound ignorant to say, for what Caicedo does, it shouldn't be that hard to just not be bad at it. Like, he has the physical tools. Like, really, all you got to do is just get in the way, like, and not get spun. We're not asking you to do that much,
Yeah.
and he
You
can't
know what's
do
crazy?
it.
Chelsea must be asking him to do it. They made him the most expensive player in Premier League history. Like, think of all the
Yeah.
amazing players that have been signed by Premier League clubs. And Caicedo, Tim's man, is number one.
I mean, just
expensive
think
than
about
all.
it, like, and even like players in their prime going to like switching, like Van Persie going to United, stuff like that, and then you get a player worth 100, what was 115 million euros,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pounds.
and then they pounds. Oh my lord! And they go to this team and he can't even start, and when he plays, like,
Well,
he
and
gets
Kunku
cameos,
still hasn't
he's
played
still-
yet, so we got to keep that.
Oh, and
Keep that
Nkunku's gonna unlock Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
and
I mean-
Nicholas Jackson too.
And this is gonna
Bro,
turn into another
how
Mortal
many?
Kombat
Yo,
game.
is that man
Unlockable characters.
a custodian? How many doors is man supposed to unlock, brother? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, that's another job. That's
got
a whole,
that key
that's
that
a
gets
whole
into every
different set of
door.
wages.
He has
He has the
keys to- he has
freaking
keys to London, bro.
universal key
Freedom
or
of London.
something, bro.
Jeez, bro.
Jesus. He could unlock anything, man. Golly. Is he gonna unlock Palmer too? 'Cause that guy, if he doesn't get a penalty, what does he do?
Bro,
I can't believe that's actually becoming a narrative. Is it Cole Palmer without penalties?
nah, the
Bro
memes
runs
have been
around,
crazy.
you know
They
what I'm
turned that boy into a dark-skinned random Jamaican dude because of the memes. So like him without penalties. I was like, bro, what's the matter,
4
you y'all?
penalties, bro.
Yo,
Star
wild.
boy. He was getting called Star.
I saw an edit. I saw a Photoshop of Osimhen in a Chelsea kit today, so that made me happy.
That's crazy.
Gave me a little bit of
Oh,
excitement.
I'm sure you guys are gonna splash another 300 million. Still,
Man,
like,
They don't learn, bro. They
Your
don't
man is
learn.
getting
You're
the
gonna,
cereal.
Osimhen, you're gonna make him the new Nico Jackson.
Hey,
He's gonna be
you guys
the
getting
same
the
old.
cereal
You
better.
could say something crazy, but how about you bring in players from clubs that have like done it before? Like maybe throw in a Real Madrid player every once in a while, or you know, like a
Real Madrid player going to Chelsea. Yo, can you imagine? Yeah, bro.
I mean, just
But
someone
players
who's
don't leave Real Madrid for Chelsea.
They
man,
could
unless
get.
they're
They
washed.
could maybe they could get Jose
Yep.
Lu from Real Madrid.
It would just-
This is the thing. They can't even get
Or
the
Luka
Madrid
Vasquez.
players. At least United gets them with like 1 year left or something, bro.
Yeah,
You guys
United
gotta
are
get
excellent
one
at
of
that.
No, yeah. So I heard what's the next one? Maybe Montrose when he's 45, he'll join United for a season. We'll see.
But yeah, and honestly, through all this, we talked about Chelsea for a while. So y'all got y'all ass whooped. Let's get back to it though. Y'all got y'all ass whooped, man. Lewis Miley.
Yep.
I didn't even know who that man was. He don't even. He don't got a
Joe
scan. He
Wellington.
doesn't have a scanned face in EAFC. My man was putting
Bro, he-
dropping Tiger Bomb on your
Bro,
top of
he
your
looks
head.
really good, man.
He was
looked
dropping
like he
Tiger
cost
Bomb on your
100
head,
for
bro.
Chelsea.
How old
Chelsea
is he,
was
by the way?
100
Like
million.
17?
Bro,
And that assist he gave into Isak,
You.
like just the precision, the calm, like edge of
To
the
be
edge of the
honest-
18. That's like the most panicked position you can be in on the pitch. Like you saw the clear, when you look at it, when you watch the replays, it looks like a simple pass, but just to be thinking that quickly and like, oh man, like
Bro.
he looks like.
No, that was nice, but can we name one person on that? If Cucurella was not on that pitch, I mean, 9 out of 10 times, any other left back with the brain cell.
Bro, Miley saw that, man. He saw Cucurella lagging behind.
Ah,
That was all in the
man.
picture.
Oh my god! Even freaking Thiago Silva, was 75 years old, could freaking make that line happen, and that guy
Dog.
couldn't, man.
Game.
No, but yeah, he had a very good performance. He played.
Yeah,
the full
good
90
game,
minutes,
man. Again, goals all over the gap. Probably the best player on the pitch, or one of, man. Anthony
I think
Gordon.
Bruno Guimaraes
Bruno-
might have been the best player. on the
Bruno,
pitch.
Bruno,
He
yeah,
looked back.
I get
He
Bruno
looked
G.
back
Bruno
to
G
his
had a good
best.
game. I
He
get
was
that.
better. He played better than Joelinton. Though. Even though Joelinton.
No,
had the
yeah,
goal,
he
I
did.
think,
I agree.
The Joelinton miss in the first half. Like he needed to score to make up for that. He had to, and the goal was
my
gifted to him
Lord.
too.
Facts. You're not even wrong, but
Yeah.
I will say Anthony Gordon was cooking them, man. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I feel like he's found like his formula. Again, he's really committed to.
He's
just
been
that-
great this season.
His level of
Yeah,
aggression and just attacking players, attacking the goal.
He's such a little
That-
fuck though. He's so
yeah.
annoying.
bro.
I can't stand him.
Bro, he
Man,
has that Scouse grit.
Bro,
Like,
man look
bro,
like
he's annoying
mouthful
shit.
when he's cooking like that, bro. He got the real, you know what I'm saying, the heart about him. It's
bro,
real
tell me not
snide.
Gordon is the most Scouse player. Like, if you made a Scouse footballer in a factory, it's Anthony Gordon.
No, you probably
Like
not,
just
you're
every
not wrong.
single time like the ball goes out for a throw and the man's jumping, just like getting the fans up for
Yeah,
for
probably.
Newcastle throwing on the halfway line.
That's
But
real
it works.
shit.
Like in St. James's, like they
Eat it
off
up.
of that. They need it.
I think
And
the scoreline can be a bit misleading because, like, obviously what happened after that second goal was just a gut punch. Like, you can't concede again 30 seconds later because Thiago Silva just has a.
yep.
I think he may have had a heart attack or something. His old age was catching up to him because I don't know what he was doing, and that was the end. So,
Bro, we've talked on this podcast
There's
before
one-
about how scary
yeah, that-
Joelinton is, how aggressive he is. I know Thiago Silva saw that in his peripheral, man, as he was about to
That's
play that
Palmer,
pass.
bro.
And
Bro, he's
Palmer
let him
plays
have
that-
it.
The way that Palmer
That's not
played that
Palmer's
pass, like,
fault.
5
Don't do
times,
this.
bro. But he
Chill,
did it
just-
like right after that goal. He almost did the same thing, like, and put them in a dangerous
I
situation.
mean, just
like, you know what I'm saying?
clear the
Like,
ball.
if you're passing it when the midfielder like freaking Joelinton's running at you, you gotta make sure like I don't know, man. It was funny. He saw Joelinton running after his ass, and then he was like, "Oh, let me pass this shit back to the slowest player in the field. Here you go, Thiago Silva." And then
no, but it's not like Thiago
Too
Silva
much.
got the ball poked away from him because he was too slow. Like he just like,
no, I know
his brain stopped working.
He
And
He
controlled the
could
ball.
have passed
and
it
then he
back
went
to
back.
Sanchez like he wanted to
Yeah,
do.
yeah, the
He just
controller
didn't do
died
it.
real quick. He almost put the batteries in on time, but it was way too late. That's
Yeah.
I think it was it like tell me if I'm wrong, but I think Thiago Silva controlled the ball and then was looking to pass it across him, right?
He looked at
and then he saw the pass was
went to
covered, then he
go.
panicked for a bit,
Well,
and
he
then
looked at going across and he was going to go back, and then the ball like kind of slipped away from him,
He
and then
went to
it was
go,
done.
like he went to make the pass, but like it literally like it's like someone like had a rope, like an invisible rope, and just like kept his foot from making the pass, and then it didn't happen. And I don't know. And then,
you know what that reminds me? It reminds me of the goal Salah scored against Real Madrid last season. Remember when Courtois got the ball, and then it looked like he was gonna pass, and like first his brain just like malfunctioned, and then
Oh my god.
jumped with his leg.
Oh,
Alisson
yeah,
and
yeah,
Courtois
yeah.
That game were hilarious, bro.
Hilarious,
Oh
bro.
my days.
I can laugh about it now. Yeah.
Crazy,
Anything?
man.
Anyone? I'm surprised. Like I said, Newcastle could win these games even though they have injuries and stuff like that. It
He's
just goes to show.
coming back makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a huge difference.
For sure.
Just having him
But, like,
nine
I
and
think-
Gordon had to play number 9 before. That's not his game. Like you need him on the left
and
wing.
with him down the wing, yeah, it was
Yep.
way better. And Almiron had a decent game too, I thought.
Bro, Almiron, man, I've never understood the Almiron hate. Like I know he could be a frustrating player, and that
Yeah.
his like end product sometimes is like just it's so hit or miss. But
Man,
you
it's
will never like.
tireless.
Can you find me another winger in the Premier League that works as hard as Almiron?
None.
That guy
He-
runs like a hamster all 90 minutes. He's everywhere. He's
Bro,
everywhere.
my man.
He's such a pest. He's out here dispossessing the left winger. Then he's marauding into the midfield. Like
My man
like,
took the
I feel like
whole-
Trippier like loves playing with
Oh,
Almiron.
100. He just
absolutely
he's,
adores
he,
playing
he,
with
go,
him.
he gonna run up there somewhere. Woof, and just
Yeah,
send,
he's
and
really,
just send.
right. Send Epic always there. Any winger is on you. Almiron's coming to help. Like he's just like tired. Like that's why Eddie Howe, like after all this time, like
Talking
has not
about-
even tried to replace him, and not even thought of replacing
I
him.
agree. It's the effort, bro. It's like he took the cocaine bear script to heart. My man was really about that life. He trying to. There's pure energy out there. It's really.
Oh, that was a good movie. But Trippier, bro, I don't think I've ever seen a player cross the ball so much in one game, like that game, bro. I
He's
swear
built for
crossed
that.
it
He does every game.
20 times. 20 times at least, bro. Lee, he was crossing that thing, whipping.
Bro,
He got something out of it.
He just practicing
He got a lot
waiting
out
for
of it.
he waiting for Dan Burn to get back. That's all. Don't worry about that.
Right,
and
warming
the
up.
goal, what when the goal came when he like switched the field instead of crossing it in.
Right. But on that note, Trey, talking to Dan Burn, I don't know if he's getting in the team when he gets back. Man, Livermento,
I'm so mad we didn't get this guy, bro.
It's ridiculous that Newcastle was able to just get him like that. There's no competition.
Cook, he's so good.
That should have been
that pisses me off. That pisses me off, bro. We were within earshot of getting that guy. Fuck.
Hall, like even their other left back. Hall,
Yeah, Lewis Hall's decent too.
I think he's
decent too.
I think I'd rather him at left back than freaking Burn, bro.
Chase knows all about him.
I know. I don't know why Chelsea gave him up.
Yeah, there's
He's gonna play DM too. Yeah.
Bro, it's
like
just
he's actually nice. But yeah, I don't think they have any problems with defense. Even with injuries, people just could jump right into that.
Jamal Lascelles also scoring a goal.
Jamal
in
Lascelles
in our year of 2023. Man,
the
He
year of our
almost scored
Lord.
a banger again, just like he did against PSG. He almost scored a freaking banger, bro. Dribbled a crazy.
Nah, insane.
Anyone
bro.
else see
Yeah,
that?
that random ass
I did
thumbs
see
up.
that.
What the hell was that?
Bro, that's
Yeah, I like that.
insane, bro. That's some AI stuff.
Yeah, that's
bro.
fire.
Nah, that's wild.
That's that Tony. That's like Tony
Hey.
Stark.
Man, that's the
like,
spirit of
the
Jamal
AI
Lascelles, man.
Facts, the AI
Yeah,
love
Every time he hears his
love
name mentioned in the
themselves.
podcast.
no way, this was right.
Oh!
Yo.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, that's just.
Audio only listeners have no idea what's going
No,
on.
facts. You gotta check the
You
video
guys
version.
got it
YouTube,
like that.
youtube.com/@Yanks Talk Ball, baby.
Yeah, but real quick, guys, before we move on, what do you guys think of Newcastle? Have any opinions changed? Like, where do you, like, are they competing for the top four? Or are they like, where are they at?
They're still gonna be in
Same thing,
contention for
bro.
the top four, but
Three
again,
games a week.
I think they are.
Those 3 games a week are going to be tough. Especially
We're
with all
still-
these injuries carrying on with them. But like I said, they're
the
gonna
heavy
compete.
flow period's coming.
Injury or not, they're going to compete. They have that bench. They have a lot of youngsters that are very decent.
How
to
they're gonna
play and
run
get
for Howe.
minutes in.
They're gonna
Yeah,
play for
I think-
they're gonna play for Eddie Howe, no matter what team he fields. I think he's that type of that type
And
of
again,
manager for them.
They've had the hardest, like the beginning of the season, like their fixtures were the hardest out of
Yeah,
any.
yeah.
And they were, and I don't know. Even now, they're
I mean, that-
a lot of injuries.
They might
Yeah,
they
Next
might
before
not
they
even
play.
make it.
By the end of
Make
this
it to
week,
the
they
next
could be
round
knocked
of
out.
it.
Yeah, by
That's
the
what-
end of this
yeah,
week,
they
they could be
might
knocked
make it
out
to
of
the
the
next round.
Champions League. I believe if PSG beats them and a Dortmund beats Milan, Newcastle's out. So, you know,
Tough
then
times.
that 3 games a week thing isn't an issue other than for this Christmas period, and then they're back to 1 game a week, which we saw last season, like how dangerous
did
can be
wonders.
when they're on that schedule.
Mhm.
So
Well,
it's anyone's game, man. The top 4 is insane. And if we want to move on to the next match, which I think will be at White Hart Lane, to talk about the other top 4 contenders.
Mate.
Hey man, we need to have a
Mate.
discussion about how rude Ange is. That guy
Bro.
does not make eye contact with his interviewers.
Mm.
He's just staring at, I don't
Bro.
know, like his shoes or
I
I
mean,
don't
it's
know if
just
it's
like
social
the sentence out,
anxiety.
bro.
I didn't understand the hype, bro. Everyone's like, "Oh, this guy, Aussie." Like, it's just an accent. People just love that accent, bro. This guy is a dickhead, bro. Like, this guy is just—he goes after all the managers, off like for some random stuff, like, "Oh, they're complaining about the refs, this and this. Oh, they're complaining about this. Oh, just do it, mate. How about you just win a freaking match, mate?
Hey.
Freaking 3 L's in a row, mate.
He hates him so
Bro's
much.
had the
bro.
same amount of points for the past month. How about that? How about you get one?
That's just crazy, brother. It's crazy, man.
The way
man,
this is still all Romero's fault.
literally,
Yes.
they were
Yes.
forced to play all fullbacks, bro. Like it was a FIFA meta. Like it was dead as a
Crazy, bro.
FIFA meta. They was playing all fullbacks.
Bro, he
Mr.
legit
Royale
did
said that.
Mr.
It was Pep
bro.
it was Pep and anti-Pep, bro. You know Pep is the 4 center backs. This is his
Four
his nemesis. His 4 fullbacks.
Nigga Pep.
Bro, when I saw that lineup an hour before the match, I was like, this man is not serious. Because we talked about in the last pod of how he's possibly going to do this high line with Eric Dyer at the back. And he heard us, he's like, you know what my solution is?
Yeah.
No Eric Dyer. Just 4 fullbacks. Easy. And it almost worked, which
That
is the
brother-
crazy part.
And
It almost worked.
That as it's the quote he put out. He was like, I don't get how managers say they can't run their
they don't
tactics
have
with
the
these players. They don't have the players. Just
Right,
do it,
just
mate.
do it. Just
Yeah,
do
look
it, mate.
what
Just do it,
your dumb ass did this week, bro. Look at
You
your
have,
dumb
you have
ass.
no you have no center backs, you have no fullbacks, just play 4 wingers. Just do
Dog.
it.
like,
Just do it, mate.
what is he talking about, bro? Again,
Now, at a certain point, I gotta respect the pure stubbornness to his ideals, like the sheer will to do what he wants to do, at the peril of
I'll
Even if it
respect
means
it
they
as soon
lose.
as like it starts getting ugly for him, and then he's gonna start changing stuff around. Because like I said, you're at a top 6 club like in England. It'll work until the results don't start showing.
Until it don't, and
it
then
don't matter. Yeah,
facts
does not matter.
and it's
So,
crazy.
we'll
And
see.
Villa weren't even that like consistently crazy this match. They weren't at their
I think
best.
Tottenham was
They
a better
didn't.
team. Like,
Yeah,
Tottenham,
they
like,
They were.
Yeah.
but they
Like,
just
I even mentioned in our chat, like they were walking over Villa, the first half specifically. But then again, Lo Celso got a goal that
yeah, that was a
usually he wouldn't score. You know what I'm saying? It was a very good goal on his part.
A big
that was a
deflection.
stunner. Yeah, facts. Deflection, but good attempt still. I'll give fair play to
Well, yeah, Trey loves deflection goals. You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Don't worry about that. Don't
So
worry
does
about
Adrian,
that, brother.
man. Employs Kevin deflection.
Come on, man. But yeah, I mean, their first half they were clear. I think
Yeah.
so. In my opinion, they could have scored a couple goals more, but then a lot of VAR interventions. I see a lot of them crying about penalties they're not
Dang,
getting.
my
Guess what?
man.
No one gives a fuck, mate.
My man, young
gives a fuck that VAR's not giving you
young maximum offside. Young man. That shit
And
was
he's
too
done
funny.
this a lot too, bro. He's been living offside, but
Bro,
this game was crazy.
this-
Bro, when are we gonna
This-
start having a
hat
talk
trick.
about Kulusevski and his lack of end product? That like I feel like
No,
he's the
Doing
main,
anything but the same exact thing every time.
I feel like he's the main culprit of why they didn't score as many as they should in the first half. Like I don't know, man. Like he's like one of those like aesthetically pleasing footballers.
That brother,
But
that brother.
It's
be
only a matter
moving-
of time
he
till
be-
Tottenham upgrades him
For
on the right
the
wing.
for the NBA fans, he be moving at the speed of Luka Doncic with no end product. Again, he be think he
Yeah.
moving at that speed, but he don't get no jumpers out. He don't get nothing on the board like that. Like it's not
He's
not
right.
the
He
same,
dribbles,
brother.
like he's good. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm
physically,
saying.
like,
Yeah.
He's so aesthetically pleasing.
And then
But
he's
just
great
nothing.
touch, like agile dribble. He glides around the pitch with no pace, but it works,
Yeah.
But then the end product is just not there. Like how many goals did he score this season?
Probably one, maybe.
That's a
Like
great
like
one.
probably one and like 2 or 3 assists max. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
like he
son.
like
And it was- and it
his
was
most
probably the-
prolific period were the first like couple months when he first joined under Conte when Tottenham made the top 4. He got like 7-8 assists or something in the second half of the season, and then we were thinking we'd get like that
And
kind of
then
end
he
product from him more
reverted-
consistently.
He reverted to factory setting.
Yeah, then he reverted to what he'd been in Juventus with his like 0 goals, 1 assist in his time over there.
I want to mention one thing of that game too. And this is like, I will never understand why people hate like Spurs so much, and I've never wanted to hate this team like because I feel like they just get so hated on just for like, and I've said this before in this podcast. Like I feel bad. Like I actually feel bad for them as a club. But when they're crying about
I
this
know.
Bentancur injury,
Damn,
like,
Benta
they were
Benta
crying
celebrated
about,
Benta's
like, Matty
ACL.
Cash. That was like the freaking softest like tackle I've ever seen. Like that guy got injured because he's freaking built out of freaking glass, bro. Because like they're saying red card him. Like you employ Romero. This guy
Yeah.
could get a red card every match
Romero
that
and
he
them
plays.
do that
You know what I'm
every
saying?
week, and y'all be clapping and applauding. Like,
Yes. Oh,
Right.
What's the disconnect?
Hunger.
Applauding the heart.
Matty Cash put in a tackle, which it wasn't strong. It was definitely a foul. Yellow card, 100%. But not even close to a red. Not even close to anything. Bentancur just unfortunately got injured. I'm not celebrating that, obviously. Not even close to a red card. If he did intentionally foul. And now these guys are hyping up Romero on the next game when they play them they're gonna injure freaking Matty Cash for that. I'm like, how unlikable can a fan base be? Like,
No, that's disgusting.
they're awful.
you know what I'm saying? It's just, and it's bro, all of them. Until what? Wait until Romero comes back. I'm like seriously? I don't know, man. They're just so unlikable. Everything about them right now is unlikable.
Again, hold these L's. When it rains, it pours, brother. When it rains, it
It
pours.
was always gonna balance out,
Yeah.
They were always gonna Spurs it up.
Facts. I will add this comment though. I will say this, and this is to hop off of Spurs for a second. Again, in closing on their part, you guys suck, and you deserve what's coming to you. But to talk about
Their next
Villa-
match is City, right?
yes.
Tottenham City.
At
the
the
Etihad? At the Etihad?
That could be
Listen,
hilarious for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want Spurs to remontada that match.
those are those games, bro. That oof.
Oh man, just the
doesn't matter
right
what happens.
sprinkling of sus.
Nah, man.
Just
Where's
the
Mahrez
right-
when we need him, man? Remember that master class.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
god, that stupid game. Yeah.
Hey, I will say this though. After the match, I think there was a comment that came out from somebody. I feel like it was an old Arsenal legend too, which was doubled down on how interesting it was. They were like, you know what? If Unai Emery was the manager of Arsenal last season, we would have won the title. And people have been saying, again, there was a character comments from a few months ago, a few weeks ago, saying Unai Emery's the third best manager in the league. I just wanted to get this from y'all because I get why he's good, but I see what's going on. I don't think are people jaded? Is it me? Go ahead,
bro. It's funny you say that because I was just about to ask you. I asked my brother's an Arsenal fan, and I asked him this question today, and I'm curious what your response would be, Trey. But maybe we can get into this after I answer your question. But I wanted to know if let this marinate in your head while I'm talking afterwards. Do you think if Unai Emery was given the time at Arsenal that Arteta was given, that he would have had you guys challenging for the league within, what was it, 3 full seasons? Is what Arteta had to have you challenging? Just sit on that, and then I'll say,
if not more,
like unless I'm forgetting someone, like I think I can say Unai Emery is probably the third best manager in the Premier League. Like who would his competition be? Would it be Pochettino, Ten Hag, Arteta?
Pochettino?
No.
That guy's name over Ten Hag.
He's putting the names out. He's putting the names out. He's trying to feel the names.
Relax. Man, United fans, crazy.
Well, they can't stop. Everything's gonna be a fucking fight. It's crazy.
How are you naming Pochettino, bro? That guy is.
You're just giving a name.
Right
Yeah,
now.
I'm naming who would be the
just throwing
competition
names
for the third best manager in the league.
Names like
who people would talk
8 and
about.
up.
It would probably be those three.
The main competition there is Arteta because it's Pep and
But
Klopp.
Emery's clear of Arteta.
He has
Arteta
the
won.
trophy. I mean,
Arteta's won one FA Cup.
It's CV, bro. It's CV, and I understand that.
CV,
I understand that.
Yeah, Arteta could become better.
That's
than him.
it's
At the
literally
moment,
only because of
Emery's
tenure in
clear.
CV. That's I understand that. Go ahead.
Yes, but I mean, it's like trying to say right now, like Xabi Alonso is a better manager than like Mourinho. Like
There's
right
too
now
much
he's
tenure
like,
in the difference.
like one of them is washed, one of them is clearly on the up, but you can't predict what's gonna happen in the future. So Arteta could be the greatest manager in Premier League history when he eventually retires. But at the moment, Emery, like he has 4 Europa League titles, 3 with Sevilla, 1 with Villarreal, and the one with Villarreal he beat Arteta's Arsenal to get to the final. He's won league titles in France. Like I don't know. At this point,
I didn't know
the job he's done.
all
The job he's done
time.
with Aston Villa is insane. I'm pretty sure Emery's gotten more points at Aston Villa than Arteta's gotten at Arsenal since Emery joined.
Possibly. I think that's actually a close stat. I don't know where it was, but I remember seeing something like that.
That's how good of a job he's
2023.
done. Like the most immediate impact a manager could possibly have, he's had. He took them from relegation candidates under, we won't say who the previous manager was, up until now, where they're 2 points off the top of the table going into December. It's ludicrous, like the transformation Aston Villa has had, and it's not like he's made a bunch of signings. He's like, who are the Emery signings?
They brought in
Diaby.
some good players at good prices.
Right, who are the Emery signings?
Diaby.
Pau Torres, Diaby.
Diaby.
Was Duran was
No,
new.
the rest were all Gerrard signings.
What, Duran?
Luis,
Tielemans.
Carlos, but Tielemans, like Duran and Tielemans aren't even playing. Like, really.
Yeah, freaking long late, but that man hasn't even been seen.
Yeah, like the rest of the guys are mostly like signings from before. If
Yeah.
we're talking Emi Martinez, Bailey, Douglas Luiz,
That's fair,
Kamara, McGinn,
Yeah,
like, they've all
the
been
rest of
there.
them,
They were
You
never
know,
washed.
they've all been
They
there.
were never washed. They were just,
Yeah, they had a good
missed-
squad. It's just like it's just how good of
mismanaged.
an
performing so badly under.
Yeah, my point
previous
is just the
manager.
difference Emery's made with coaching. Like, just good coaching within a year has taken them from there to here. And it's like no one could have expected or even like imagined that they would be this good for this consistently for the entire calendar year, basically. So like if someone were to say Arteta is the third best manager in the league, like I wouldn't, like it's not a crazy statement. Like you can easily make the argument.
Yeah,
But I don't.
it's just
I
what you're
think,
basing it
The
on.
argument for Emery is very valid.
yeah, it's very
I-
valid to
I
say Emery's the
agree.
third best.
And like at this rate, he's gonna get another shot at a European giant. Definitely.
If he
Yeah,
keeps it
bro,
up.
Aston Villa
It
could
keeps
become
up,
a
he
European
could.
giant. They have wealthy owners. They're a big club. If they get Champions League football this season, like they already have a really
They
good like
could-
young squad.
They could jump
They
back
add-
in the
They spend some
contention.
money on top of that.
You think
Like you can easily say Villa has a better squad than Newcastle, right? That's a very fair statement to make, I think.
Yeah, honestly, that's very
Right? If you
debatable.
go player for player,
Player for
I think
player
you
is
can
debatable.
easily- Yeah, I think you can
There's-
easily make that.
the general experience level and I guess quality in certain levels, that's comparable. I think that's
Right?
comparable.
I think it's very comparable.
That's very comparable.
especially going forward. Like We can. Do you want to break this down right
that's
now?
that's another.
No, we're never gonna talk about this later. Let's do it right now. All right, Emi Martinez, Nick Pope. They're both a little sus, but they're both good goalkeepers. But I'm taking Emi out of the two of them.
I'm not taking. For Villa he's a.
I'm taking.
Bro.
Bro, he had a good game against Tottenham.
I'll take Martinez.
Some of the saves he was pulling off. He's still a quality keeper. I know you obviously have you don't like him.
I don't like Nick Pope. I don't like Nick Pope either. I was just talking crap about
No, but like you don't like Emi like as a person.
No, I don't like him as a goalkeeper. I don't care what he does as a person. He can do whatever he wants. He's a shit goalkeeper.
He's not shit. He's not a shit goalkeeper.
His only thing he can do is take penalties. And then all of a sudden he can't do it. On the ball he's sus. I don't know. He's just sus.
His decision not all he can do. He has bozo moments, but he's still at the end of the day a really good goalkeeper.
I'm choosing.
He's a really good goalkeeper.
He's a better shot stopper.
Right back, Trippier, of course, no contest. Center backs, I'd probably take Botman and Pau Torres out of the two. Maybe Botman and Konsa, but for sure, like a Villa defender is getting in there over Fabian Schär. I'm pretty sure. Left back, you have Digne versus Dan Burn, or you could say Livramento. I'd probably say Digne at this point.
I would give it to Digne.
And I'm taking Bruno over Douglas Luiz, but Douglas Luiz is quality.
He's good.
He's a quality midfielder.
Facts.
Like I think
I'm taking the whole Newcastle midfield, by the way.
Like he's one of those players that easily could play Champions League football next season. Like, and not for like Galatasaray or something. Like for a Premier League, like Liverpool could sign him, like Arsenal could sign him, United could sign him. He starts easily. And then who else do we have in there? We have John McGinn versus Joe Ellinson. McGinn's better.
For, like work permit. Would have still played at City.
They play five midfielders, bro.
Yeah, the midfield's is a bit harder. But I'm taking McGinn over Joelinton. Kamara versus I can't even say Tonali. It would be maybe
Tonali,
Willick
bro.
Or
you can't do
Tonali.
right now.
Tonali out of the question, man. Like okay.
Oh my.
Okay. If Tonali was legal to play, yeah, sure, put him in. And then in the attack, I'm taking Diaby over Almiron.
Yes.
Watkins and Isak is a toss-up. Like Watkins is more Premier League proven.
But that's the thing.
I'm going Isak though, personally.
They have Isak and Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Who's the backup striker for them? For
Duran.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels right now, to me, in my opinion. If Villa picked up a tough injury with in the beginning of the season, I thought it was gonna be tough, but Pau Torres obviously stepped up to the field. But like I said, if these guys have a couple more injuries, they're going to be in a tough situation.
The big thing is if Watkins gets injured, there's clearly no replacement there. But in midfield, they have a lot of depth. I didn't even mention Jacob Ramsey, who like can't even get a game in this team. Tielemans can hardly get a minute. Like they're just so well stacked. Leon Bailey's not a regular starter. And I think Bailey would start at Newcastle probably.
Listen,
if he was there.
I don't know how he plays football still, bro. Because every time I watch him play, he's so ass. When I watch him play,
he's a good right back.
Listen, I understand he's good, but I only see him play like against Arsenal. Like I'm gonna be completely honest. Every time I see him play, he's just sucky, bro. I don't understand. But then throughout the season, he obviously does his stuff and gets the job done.
A damn near exclusively attacking defender.
Yeah. I think he's a very good Premier League right back. He's solid. Like he's not Champions League level, but
but he does an advanced job of what's required
right now.
He's also a Grealish fanboy. Like the way the headband and the short socks and everything.
Yeah.
But all that to say, Aston Villa can make a very serious push for Champions
I agree.
League.
They're in the mix.
4, but
they're
top
in the mix.
5. Yeah, they're
definitely in the mix.
Very serious push,
especially with their home form. They have a chance to really make it.
That fourth spot is pretty much a toss-up between those two we just talked about. United,
fourth and fifth up a grab.
So Tottenham, Villa, United, Newcastle, I think, and then if Chelsea makes a resurgence at the end.
And only one of those teams will get. Well, maybe his fifth is also Champions League.
Yeah, fifth is probably still going to be Champions League.
So 2 of those teams will, assuming City, Liverpool, Arsenal finish the top 3.
Yeah.
It's exciting, man. Like Aston Villa fans are having the time of their lives. Like I can only imagine what it feels like for them.
Nah, facts.
What a crazy season.
Real talk. To go back to your question that you provided though. This is tough. Because
you got a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah, I know. I like that, Mayor. I forgot I even asked you that.
Yeah, no. If you can't say it right away, bro, we skipping it.
Now we got to hear this, bro. This is that real YouTube short.
Again, all right. Hold on. What was the
Simple
question
yes or no,
again?
man. Come on. It's simple yes or no, bro.
Alley-oop it.
Nah, man. All right. This is my thing, bro. Unai Emery is a good manager. I think he's almost a great manager. But there is clear drawbacks to him over a 38 game regular league season as opposed to him being a cup coach or cup whatever.
What are those drawbacks?
I feel like over time, it's just something happens in the clutch where he's not able to adjust things at the right time and make certain things happen. And even so,
Like Arteta,
in my
just like Arteta.
okay, again, and that's fine. That's fair. I'll let y'all have that one. But people can learn younger in their careers. That's fine. But given Unai Emery's track record, from what I saw, there was only so much of a limit to what he was capable of doing with Arsenal. I feel like there was more of a problem than he could actually manage because there was only so much that he knew. I feel like somebody that I guess understood what Arsenal, how deep of a problem it was culturally, systemically, uprooting that stuff and going again, that it was deeper than just a coaching job. And I feel like at some point it was just him trying to adjust certain things and it just didn't come off as well. Again, let's be real. And for the people that was claiming he's like a top 3 manager in the league, I'm not mad at that. But for people trying to create this large gap that he's like a crazy manager, when I've seen this man personally bottle top 4, putting Jenkinson, El Neni and stuff like that in crucial games back to back to back.
Arteta bottle top 4.
Again, that's fair, but I knew the situation. We were more than capable in Emery's time of clinching top 4 if we started our actual main starters ahead of what? What was it? Ahead of Baku, and then we got cooked in Baku. So we risked top 4 to start bums. Again, just to go into the end of the season and bottle that. Like I've seen this man Emery. He has his faults, bro. Again, he was at the helm at PSG when the greatest comeback in Champions League history happened. That was on his watch. Us bottling top 4, that was on his watch. Us seeing 31 shots against Watford Football Club, that was on his watch. Us in Baku, him playing Torreira at a 10, not knowing what else to do in the world, that was on his watch. I just feel like
Trey, you could rat off on his watch accusations against Arteta for everything before last season.
You could do
too.
that with any manager.
Emery had one full season in charge of Arsenal. In his first season, he got you guys to a European final, which when was the last time before or since that's happened?
And I give him that.
And he finished 5th. Arteta's first 2 full seasons finished 8th.
Yeah.
2 full seasons, inheriting a squad that Emery at least had a chance to bring signings in at that point in time, though. At least had something to bring in from wherever else in the market and stuff like that. Arteta came in with nothing. He had to rebuild from the ground up with the rottenness that was already existing. So I knew in my head it was already whoever came into that job next was going to see the worst of the club, because that's what it was building on. Again, it's hard to fully quantify, and I'm not gonna fully bash Emery. You know what I'm saying? Because he does good work. He is a good coach. I just feel like there's a limit to what it is. I feel like Arteta can surpass the limit that Emery hits. That's what I'm saying.
You know what the factors are that I think are making you say this? I think, and the reason why Arteta was given so much grace, and hey, I love Arteta.
Anybody would have been given grace in the next role.
I think he's
I'm not saying just him.
I think he's a great manager, but these things worked in his favor. One, obviously, former Arsenal player, former Arsenal captain,
100%
gives him that grace. Secondly, he worked under Pep, so he has that tax of he's like Pep, he's the new Pep, like that aura just surrounds him. And then the third, he just speaks really well. Like he's very articulate. Like he has a commanding presence about him. Like let's be honest, Emery looks a little goofy. And like when he talks, like
and that's
like,
fine.
look at the
Credit
funny guy.
to him because he learned the language very fast. It didn't sound pretty, but he learned it very fast.
But like the vibe he gives off is like this goofy kind of guy. Like you don't think of him as a real like presence in the dressing room, like a real commander. You know, like Arteta had those. Imagine if Emery spoke as well as Arteta. Imagine if Emery spoke as well as Arteta. He was a Pep protege and he was the Arsenal captain.
Imagine if Emery
had so much more grace, and I think you'd be talking about him so differently than you are right now. Because like,
imagine if Emery put the freaking soundtrack system in a freaking training session to like imitate Anfield. That would be crazy. Like you'd be joking about it right now as we speak.
Listen, that could be the case. That could not be the case. I don't know. But all I'm saying for Unai Emery's case, I can't say there wasn't a good point in time, but I knew there was at some point you just knew there was nothing that he could do to actually fix the mess that we were in. You know what I mean? Again, you could paper over the cracks, you could try and employ different tactics and do other stuff, but again, we just knew it just wasn't the right fit for our case. And again, for any other manager or whatever, you could put any other hypothetical situation, he's a good manager, but it wasn't a time, and it wasn't the right fit at that time. And it just ran its course. It ran its course.
He's a very good manager.
He's a very good man. Again, that same squad that he left went straight to 8th place. You know what I'm saying? And again, and any manager who in the world outside of Pep bringing in hella money couldn't have changed that fate afterwards, bro. It was a problem, bro. It was a rotten squad to the core. It was a decaying squad when he got in, but he still managed.
He was given a terrible hand.
Yeah,
he was he was getting laughed at by Arsenal supporters. He just taken over from Arsene Wenger.
I'm not gonna lie.
He just learning language, new country. He had all the worst.
The worst starts. All the worst starts.
Start, the worst credit, the worst charity. Like no one was charitable to him. He had all the worst hand he could have possibly been dealt, and he still got you guys 5th place in a European final in his only full season. And everything he's done since then, like I said, Europa League win with Villarreal. Then the next season takes Villarreal to the Champions League semi-final, knocking out Bayern Munich on the way there. Like. I'll
never say he's a bad manager. You'll never hear it out of my mouth that he's a bad manager. Again, especially in the past, he just wasn't there for at a certain point. You knew he was a bad manager for Arsenal. It wasn't the right fit. It wasn't happening. It wasn't working. Like you could just feel that in the air. And just because he had that bad stint with us at the end of it doesn't mean he's a bad manager at all. And so when people say he's like the 3rd best manager in the league based on everything he's done, I can't fault them. I would give them that. There's too many factors that go into it. So that's fair.
Is there an argument to say that maybe it was the pressure of managing a top club?
Again, that's a similar PSG thing.
Emery has overachieved at a lot of clubs where he was, Villarreal, Aston Villa, these clubs where he wasn't expected
100%. And now there's a weight of expectation. Him at PSG,
I think
him at
maybe
Arsenal.
There's something into that argument because at PSG, he won the league title.
But that's a matter of course.
I think Phil could win the title.
He lost it to Monaco. He lost the league to Monaco in there. You know what I'm saying?
And we can still say that.
But that was that golden Monaco team. That was that golden team with Mbappe, Bernardo Silva.
I agree, and that's hard to stop. But still, your PSG. That's the weight of expectation.
That Monaco team was better than Unai Emery's PSG team.
Listen, and again, I'm not going to debate you. I agree with you.
Mbappe, Bernardo Silva, Fabinho.
Yeah, Fabinho. They're crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was still good, man. He was a very good left back.
Again, I agree with you wholeheartly, but again, in the eyes of PSG fans and PSG supporters, they're the best team in the land. They should be winning the league every year by a landslide.
Yeah, but they're deluded, bro. Their fans are like they're booing Messi and Neymar. Like
Also true. The wild fan base.
They're the weirdest ultras of all time. So
probably
so weird.
Not wrong, but Emery.
I'm not saying that Arteta is like exempt from being a manager that cracks under the pressure too, because we've seen it.
And again, and it's a different context too, because he's young. I'm not saying he's exempt, but it's just every manager is gonna run into in a different way because they have different experiences. That's just what we gotta just come to grips with. We can't say, we can't compare apples to apples. You know what I'm saying? It's oranges to apples. Everybody's situation is different. It's different.
No, I agree with all you're saying. Like, yeah, sometimes it like defies logic how a person just isn't the right fit for a certain club. I just think, man, like he really wasn't given like the tools to succeed at Arsenal.
And I agree with you.
I agree. He was treated unfairly at Arsenal too.
But listen, sometimes you have to step up. Like you're the manager, you got to step up. You have to defend yourself as a manager. You have to call stuff out. Look at what Ten Hag. Ten Hag wasn't dealt the best team in the freaking world. He started exposing motherfuckers. He kicked CR7 out of the club. He's kicking a bunch of players out the club. And you know what I'm saying? It's not pretty.
The Ozil thing was only like halfway at the time, but then the stuff with Aubameyang, the Kolasinac, like the whole click thing in there, that started popping up again. I don't want to say it, but under Emery's watch, it kind of went rampant, and he didn't know how to manage that properly or root out that thing completely. And that's also another thing. And
No, it's true.
It's
That's a good
tough
point.
but those things do come into play. Like again, when Arteta came in, he already knew how Arsenal should be because he's been there before. He's been around again some of the older times, so he knows how he wants it to operate to a certain extent. Unai Emery's come with his own conception. He's getting used to the English Premier League life at the time. There's stuff that he doesn't fully know or understand with that. You know what I mean? And managing big teams or managing a bigger squad that has that expectation.
Yeah, I don't
there's
think
stuff that
he has
there's stuff that he doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So he would love to work with again squads like Aston Villa. You know what I'm saying? Squads like Villarreal who don't have that big of an ego or that weight of expectation. That they're more pliable, they're more malleable from his view, and that's just his different. That's just his approach. That's his approach. And I don't think
in a perfect world.
Yeah.
In a perfect world,
It would have been
if you just coach a team and you just have to do tactics. Like okay, but that's not how, unfortunately how a football manager,
the problem at Arsenal was coaching, and it was systemic culturally, and Arteta only hit the tactic and the coaching to a certain point. At that point, he didn't hit as deep, and he didn't hit that part for as long, and that's where it all just fell apart, in my opinion. But again, still a great manager.
I'm glad I got you to go from good to great.
No, I give it to him, man. I give it the European pedigree, man. I'm jealous. I wish we could have sealed Baku, bro. You know how much that day hurt me. You know what I'm saying?
course.
But the fact that we were close in an earshot, that's down. Nah, dead ass, bro.
I think that was the lowest of the low.
No,
Wasn't
that
there
was
a search, like a rescue or something, like in the forest,
bro.
My bad.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we'll never forget the fact that Chelsea had nothing to play for in that
Bro, they were so dead again.
It was Hazard's last game as a professional
Facts.
footballer.
It's literally
Yeah,
sacrificing
Yep.
top 4 for that.
Gone but never forgotten.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's-
it was just, wow.
It was dark times. But I
It's funny how
can.
Giroud and
Go ahead.
Emery have that same like Arsenal legacy,
Yep.
right? Like
Both
or
shit
even
for Arsenal.
legacy, and then compared to their football legacy.
Or disappointing for Arsenal, but everywhere
Bro,
else they
right?
cook.
Yo, yeah, it's crazy.
It sucks, but whatever. I'll live with that. But speaking of Arsenal, man,
Well, since we talked about Arsenal so much,
Yeah.
can
That
we
was
just
not Arsenal. That was the Villa talk.
that was Villa,
Nah,
but
yeah,
it
was
bled
Arsenal
in.
and-
It bled in.
Listen, can we just
We talking
through
about
that
Donkey
stupid
Man?
game? I
Hey,
just slept,
hey.
bro. That game put me to sleep.
That's King Kai
God,
Havertz to you, Bucko. That's
That's
King Kai
Donkey
Havertz to you,
lover, King
Bucko.
Kai Havertz.
Yeah, don't worry about that, man. I'm gonna call one of his donkeys in
The
and
one
headbutt your
guy who
ass.
couldn't score. Now it's just everything's good. He's cooking. I saw so much bullshit now, like completely flip the other way on this guy.
Question.
That's
We
This
were
is
talking
his moment.
about people.
This is the moment. He's figured it out. It's all good now. This
I don't
is
know
his
who said
coming
that,
out
but-
moment. I saw all of that.
They said that when he scored the penalty,
I
and then he ghosted for like. 6
Nah,
years
that I
or-
showed speed penalty was meaningless, bro.
Nah,
This is the real. This is the real.
This is the
Havertz
real
now.
arrival.
That was a Make-A-Wish penalty.
Hold on.
This was
Oh wait, can I? I got points, but I'm ready. Somebody get the timer. Somebody get the timer.
but first, I do want you
Alright,
to address
give me a
the donkey thing.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta address it.
Okay,
'Cause it's weird.
before my
What does that
time,
have to do with-
before my time. Let me,
Alright.
damn, he's already started. Don't stop my time, because this had nothing to do with it.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
donkey question. All I'm saying is, let people let
Hey, I support
animals,
that,
bro.
by the way.
Let people let animals. Chill out. For the meme, it's very, very disparaging. It's fucking
Hilarious.
terrible.
Hilarious meme.
This is too close. Like people are shooting themselves in the foot. First Ramsdale, now this is a pain in the ass to deal with as a fan. But it's his people, man. And Jesus, but that's a whole other thing. It was a whatever. That's debatable, but still it's in the wheelhouse. Let people let their animals, dog. Let them let their passions. Ben White don't even like football, but he be cooking damn near every week, man. You know what I'm saying? People got their pastimes. Let them be. Let them be. All right, start my time.
The fact that it's just donkeys is so funny.
Wait,
Yeah, I know.
before you
I know.
go-
It could have been any animal, bro. He said he loves all animals, but he went donkey first. I'm like, damn.
Wait, question.
It was the way he said it. He basically
bad
said he
about a
likes
donkey?
donkeys more than football.
What's so bad?
No,
about
I'm a
that?
Havertz.
Football.
I'm a Havertz supporter on this pod now from this day forth. Just know that, Trey.
Nah,
He's
that's not
a
right
good
there.
man. He's a good guy.
Listen, your striker. I want you to talk about your striker too. Gabriel Jesus, please.
All right,
The
the clock
guy-
is gonna start when you start speaking. Trey.
Oh, we're gonna talk about his comments.
No, I will not. Let's go through it.
Quick, fire them.
Yeah, facts. First and foremost, goalkeeper situation. One, Gene, I give you your just due. You were kind of correct. I'll give you this. One, we have a yeah, relax. We have a clear number one. His name is David Raya. After that performance, I don't care if it was a clean sheet or not. Ramsdale did not create any type of confidence in himself for that. I will
can't
still,
focus.
I still, yeah.
And Raya?
Literally,
It's not his fault. 90 minutes,
Right,
you got to
that's the
watch
same
football.
And let me stand on the fact that I still believe this. I still think the only thing that separates David Raya and Ramsdale is confidence, and it's just the fact that we saw almost none of it.
Confidence
from
that
Ramsdale.
Arteta killed.
Yeah, well, listen, bro.
Ramsdale was the most confident goalkeeper in the league last season.
Call it whatever you like. Mistake can still pop up. You know what I'm saying? Call it whatever you will. All I'm saying is this,
He literally told Arsenal legends he can't focus on a game. Of
bro.
football.
And then he
With
does
his
that.
straight
The
face,
very
bro.
next,
Like,
in the very next game, he does that. The very next game, he does that, bro.
Imagine
Again,
how bad of like shooting yourself in the.
stop my
foot
time.
that is.
He's talking. Stop my. All right.
No,
But yeah.
no,
Nah, all right.
no,
Yo,
Coach,
chill,
All
Adrian,
right,
chill
my
out.
bad, my bad.
All I'm
sorry.
saying is this, bro. If you want to be the number one keeper, earn it. Earn it. I don't care what situation is, what that is. You just gotta play through it, bro. You did the same shit to Leno, and then your father complaining about the same shit being done to you. I love you, Ramsdale. I love this guy as a keeper, but he's gotta tighten up and lock in if he really wants to stay and be a number one in this club. Challenge for it. Don't just sit there and complain, say you lost your smile, you can't concentrate, whatever. Make the change. Don't make mistakes like that. Damn near kill us and stuff. If it weren't for Declan Rice, we wouldn't have again been in the game. So that's a situation right there on that side. Gabriel and Saliba are the best center back partnership in this league. I don't care. I'm sorry. At this point, I'm a stand on business right here. They are the three-headed monster of them two. And what's it called? Declan Rice. That's a difficult
That's
situation.
DM in the
to run
league,
into.
right?
Listen, don't worry
Best
about
DM in
that.
the league, Declan Rice.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Don't put words in my
He
mouth.
believes it. Even if you won't say it, he
No,
believes it.
just
Don't put
behave
words in my
yourself.
mouth. No. Don't put words.
I think saying Gabriel and Saliba is the best center back combo may be more wild than Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Right now in
I
the
bet-
league, we literally don't we have the best defense? Have we
You
only
were-
conceded?
yeah, you have
We've
the
only
best
conceded
defense.
3
You is
goals
right now
away this
because
season.
John Stones has been
3
injured
goals
this
away.
entire season.
What are you talking about? That can be verifiable so far this season. Again, love to death, cool.
What about at home?
Huh? Don't worry about that. 7 goals.
That would be
10,
7.
10 overall and still the lowest in the league. So add it up if you want. You know what I'm saying? I'll move forward. Gabriel Jesus has on and off games, and it infuriates me so much. You know what I'm saying? And it's difficult to see him play how he plays. You know what I'm saying? In other games where he'll like break out and have this amazing game, and then he'll just kind of have a dud in the next. I just need consistency from him. From a lot of these players, I need consistency. One player I will say, Saka.
That's too much to ask for.
Yeah, Saka. This guy has damn near everything. The crossing gene has been doubled. It's been doubled. This man damn near saves us every time with his back post crossing. He got everything in his bag. I love him to death. Kai Havertz. He has been doing shit like that. A lot, making those kinds of runs, finding that kind of space a lot this season. And I don't want to see people switch and flip now because he scored a game-winning goal and say, oh man, I knew he had it and blah, 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 trying to hop on the train. He is going to grow into this role. This was just a day that goals and assists came good, and now either people are going over the top or they're trying to discredit him off something random. Havertz is growing into that. That's where he's supposed to be. I feel like the complete picture of this team isn't there yet. Maybe it's because of the full striker situation. Do we put him at 9 or do we leave him where he's at to keep exploiting that role? That's the question. But all I will say is you need to keep giving this man time. Now it's consistency. Now the question is consistency. I need him to keep it up, keep being that dangerous presence in the box. But he has that in his locker. He can make a positive influence. Stop and get off his nuts. 1-0 to the Arsenal. That's all I got. That's my time. That's it.
Wait, Trey.
4 minutes, 4 seconds.
We'll take that. New record.
would you
New
rather
personals.
You're
VR.
mentioning Havertz to trust Havertz, right? And you put your faith into him and stuff like that. So switch Soboslai with Havertz on FPL with me right now.
Damn.
You trust him, right?
Dog.
believe it. Put your money where your mouth is,
Look
bro.
at that. They're gonna say,
More-
wait, did he actually put the trade in? This guy's funny. Nah.
No, I didn't put a trade in, but I'm just saying.
This
you
guy.
trust him that
Well,
much?
let's-
You trust.
Let's talk
Listen,
after.
that-
Let's
that
talk
rule
after
that
this.
you-
Let's talk after the show. Let's talk after the show. Let's talk after.
Wait,
Chill. Same GA, brother. Same GA. I get it though.
That I show speed penalty, bro. That's it.
But again, all I'm saying is Arsenal. People talk shit about the attack hasn't been as dominant or dynamic as last season, which I can agree with to a certain extent. But we scored 27 goals. Liverpool scored 28. We're not that far from the markings. Our defense has improved. I would rather us be in the state now and we're picking up points and we're not fully healthy than, you know, we're flying right now and then we hit a brick wall later in the season. All this stuff right now, these tough ass wins against these low blocks, not finding ways to win and not figuring out in optimal conditions with all of our team healthy. This is prepping us for this end of the season run. Hopefully we're still in and about the
missing?
Conversation. We're missing Timber, we're missing Partey. Again,
Timber's out for the season, isn't he?
Yeah,
Or is he gonna come back at some point?
apparently he might come back in March or February. Apparently he says that they might be ahead of schedule, so there's chance for him to come back.
You're only out
Fingers
Partey,
crossed.
bro. You got your whole starting 11.
I don't even think Arsenal's issue is
but again-
personnel missing. It's just clicking into gear.
And
Like,
again, it's
which
just
I agree with you, Trey, with what you're saying. Like you guys are in like a really good position to push out for the title. Because last season you had the issue that you were getting these desperate like 3-2, 4-3
Yeah,
wins.
it was
like,
just-
too early into the season.
ping pong and
Yeah,
responding.
like you got to save those for April, like maybe
Yeah.
like end of March, April time,
Facts.
leading into May. But when you're doing that in December and Jan, like you're
It's
gonna hit a brick wall
unsustainable.
soon, like you
It's
said.
unsustainable, bro. And
So like,
again,
and
I
like,
agree.
I agree with you that Gabriel and Saliba. I don't know so much if I would say they're the two best center backs, maybe. But you guys at this point, I
partnership.
think are have the tightest defense, like statistically. And then also you just look the most solid.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only time I can think of when you guys looked really suspect was the
what team has
North
the
London
most
Derby.
clean sheets?
Yeah, I agree. I don't
The
know.
North London Derby, where almost any time Spurs broke forward, they looked like they could have scored.
Yeah,
Or
I
against
agree.
Nottingham Forest in the first home game of the season. But other than that, like Arsenal's been
Yeah.
like the 1-0 to the Arsenal, like it's it's looked like you guys have been
I
solid.
agree.
Has the
And
most
it-
So like, and it's gonna take. Chill. And it's gonna. And it's like I think
Since
it's only
when?
a matter of time till Odegaard clicks into form because he's
Yeah.
like not playing poorly, but he's not the Odegaard of last season yet.
I agree.
Saka's been like having end product, but he's not been dominating and being a threat for as consistently as he was last season. Martinelli hasn't hit gear yet. Gabriel Jesus has been in and out with his one goal this
Yeah,
season.
and the
So,
injury
like,
and stuff.
You're in this position now where either Jesus is gonna click into gear and he's gonna start
Or they
firing,
don't.
or he doesn't. So in January you're gonna go and sign Ivan Toney or something, you know?
Yeah.
So like I think everything's
Ballard
poised for Arsenal to have a really good second half of the season. So like
Yeah, I
for
agree.
Arsenal fans, it's probably a pretty exciting time.
All we have to do at this point is tinker with the attack. Just make sure the what we build on from our solid defense translates to a good attack, and that comes from our interior players being good. Both of our eights need to be on point. That's Odegaard. He needs to improve and pick up in this area, and Saka needs to find a way. Martinelli needs to find a way to be more direct to with our wing play, getting into the box and getting past defenders. Will that come with Ben White coming back and committing to more overlaps and stuff like that?
Probably.
Will something like that. They're gonna find a way to address situations. Saka talked about it this week as
Ben White's
well.
healthy, though.
But he only had like 20 minutes last game. He just came back. Like he didn't start last game.
Yeah, but he's not gonna start over Tomiyasu right now. Anyways,
Probably not.
Tomiyasu's
But,
on form.
yeah, but again, the attack doesn't.
if our
But the
attack
right hand
doesn't-
side doesn't tick without Ben White. The Saka does not get as much joy without Ben White in that side on that right hand side of the pitch. It just doesn't happen. Now again, that's no slight to Tomiyasu. That's just how Ben White is. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, all we have to do, tinker with our attack, keep our defense as solid as it is, and we're in a really good position for that run in. And as we wait for all these people to come back from injury, international duty, all that crap. I'm not saying nothing. I don't care that we're on top of the league, as much as people would like to celebrate that. I just do it for the jokes. I don't care. I want 3 points in the bag, as many points as possible until we hit that run in, and then we can start talking when everybody's healthy. We have as many people in the squad as possible for the run in, and we're poised to go for the kill. That's when I'm gonna start talking.
So what are you thinking with the
Listen,
number
you
9
keep saying-
situation? Do you want to keep Jesus? You want to sign Tony real quick, or
Don't.
someone else?
I don't want to sign Tony. It's contrary to popular belief. If the next one got to be
Jesus
crazy.
is not a striker who can lead a line to a
But
title.
again, last season we did score 88 goals, and if we figure out the issue with that, I don't think goals is going to be that much of an issue.
But yeah, I
without
don't
it.
think you want to be relying
saying-
on Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard. I mean, Odegaard had what, 15 last year?
Yeah, but
Right?
we had
That's
15,
a little
15
bit-
10, 10, 11. Like people
But I
are
mean, this
contributing
season
from
you're
across
not
the
really
pitch.
From Odegaard though.
This season you're not on
You-
course for 88 at all, though. You know.
Yeah, no,
You
I
need
know
a
we're
20
not.
goal. You need a 20 goal scorer per season guy to compete.
Yeah.
Realistically, and you're not gonna. I don't think Saka's gonna get you to that level. Tony's. I mean, why would you not want Tony? Tony would make this team insane.
And
Especially
well,
talking about Saka crossing. You just said that.
it's okay. It's not that I don't want Tony. I would love Ivan Tony, but if we're in position to get somebody else, And again, I'm
Who
Who do you think you're getting, Mbappe?
I'm not.
I think he
we're
thinks
not working it.
Simeon.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Osimhen's a possibility. I don't know if he's gonna be a next summer.
You'd have to break the bank.
Yeah,
You'd have to
and
break
that's,
the
and
bank
that's
for
another,
Osimhen.
and that's of course that's another 120 mil. If there's a chance to even get him though, I would wait. I would personally, that's just me
And
though.
potentially sacrifice a title.
And that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing, bro. Can we do it without another recognized striker like that? Can we get close to our attacking prowess this season and still save room for what's ahead? Because again, for me, if we can get Osimhen into this system and into this team, we hit everything improves with that. Everything.
But I think everything improves with Tony also.
Yeah.
Like he got
Start the
20
timer again,
Premier
brother.
League goals last season.
And again,
playing for Brentford.
I wouldn't be mad if we got him, but if
With all
Osimhen's
that
waiting in the wings,
and we talk about confidence, all the stuff that he had in his head, and he still got 20 goals.
yeah,
Right?
Last season. Like, all
And he got
all this
suspended.
shit over
He was
him.
suspended for the end of the season.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but also depends on.
I
the
get what you're
pricing,
saying
too.
though. If it's one or the other,
Yeah,
obviously you
because,
prefer Osimhen.
Again, if they
I
say,
don't know.
also I will say this: if it's in the right
would.
price range though, because if they say Ivan Toney's worth like 80 to 100 mil. And Osimhen's 100 to 120. That's a lot of money that Brentford's
Well,
trying
one
to
of
push
those
out.
Prem proven.
Also true, but Osimhen's,
many-
I think
I don't think
Osimhen's
that's
one of them play. I don't think
How
I
many
would have a
juniors
problem
are,
with that.
Like in their games.
I mean, Osimhen wasn't playing in the games.
You gotta ask our special connect,
Why
man.
I don't
You
know.
gotta ask
African
user.
teams have weird things sometimes with players not showing up.
No, I know that, but
But he's
I don't know,
back.
bro.
He's back. He's
We've
back in
seen a lot
contention
of
for Napoli. He's been helping
Italian
out.
we've seen a lot of Italian strikers come into the Prem and having a very hard time. I mean, Chase could talk about an Italian striker right now that's been playing in Italy. Just broke the past Belen international goal score. He doesn't do so well in the Prem, you know. And we'll see. It's a different game.
You need to forget he was wearing your colors too.
And he did way better wearing our colors than your colors. I'll let you know that. That's for sure. But with Arsenal, I wanted to ask you. It's not even a question. I'm not talking about Arsenal and the league title until there's one game left and you guys are 5 points ahead. Because I'm just going off of like
You know me. I won't say nothing either.
Last season, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, these guys are gonna do it. Everyone's like, oh, they're not gonna do it. It's in the DNA. It's the DNA. Same thing with the Spurs. They're not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Until they're playing the last game and they're already 4 points ahead. That's the only time I'll celebrate that. Like, but until then, I'm not even worried about them in the title, to be honest.
That's
I think
fair.
even Vegas is with that too. Chase might be able to tell you the exact odds.
The pure bet
But I think
odds.
City had like 80% chance of winning, and Liverpool had like 20 something, or like 19, 18,
like 8.
I don't know.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, until it's the very last game, then I'll comment if they might win or not. Until then,
I'll give you the live odds right now. So you've got Arsenal's second best at plus 380. Man City's the outright favorite at minus 175, which is crazy to see in November.
Right, and second in the league.
Yeah.
Okay. That run in, man. This is ridiculous. But again, you know me last season. I ain't say nothing. I will continue to not say nothing.
Shout out Josh, by the way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Did you book your flight to London?
No. I said, and I won't until we're even within earshot of a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
so I could.
These guys celebrating that tie against City and Liverpool. I'm like, oh yeah. There's a reason, bro. There's a reason.
It's a whole nother thing. But yeah, again, all I know is we just need to keep picking up points while we're in this in optimal state. This non-optimal state, we just need to keep picking up points, keep driving, and get ready.
Bro. You're only missing one player. This doesn't get much better than right now your situation.
I'm not saying just players though. I'm not saying just players.
But right now, this is like a perfect scenario for you guys to pick up points.
Oh,
right
no,
now,
This is November.
I'm not
You
mad
can't
at
just keep saying.
I agree.
In November, you can't keep saying wait until it clicks. Like you're running. Eventually, you're gonna run out of time. It's gonna be February. You're like wait till it clicks, and too late now.
They still need to play Liverpool and Aston Villa.
Bro.
Within the next
yeah.
one.
We still have we still have
To be
big
fair,
tests
we
to
need
come.
to play Villa too, I think.
I
But
think
you
they'll
guys-
play-
Yeah, Villa's the week after next.
I think they'll beat Villa. Liverpool's worse.
Yeah, well, and we gotta see.
You play Villa at Villa Park?
Yeah, we play them away. We play them away on the 9th.
That's tough.
I think
tough.
No, I think they could beat Villa. I think
They can, yeah, but it's tough.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough matchup nonetheless. And then we play Liverpool at Anfield on the 23rd of December. So we have tough tests ahead in this Christmas period. But I think now's the time again to just keep trucking through and keep picking up as many points as possible going through it. Because again, I believe it's gonna eventually click. With everything on the pitch, top to bottom, and then hopefully that's going to be when the run-ins there. That's when we can be at our strongest, pushing into the latter stage of the season. That's all I want.
Talking about clicking. Something clicked yesterday.
This guy.
Something clicked yesterday, huh? Chase, do you want to talk about it? You weren't watching those first 3 minutes.
Dang.
I told you, I was like insanely hungover. I woke up at like 1 o'clock. I just saw I was tagged in a bunch of stuff. I saw something about Garnacho. I was like, oh, it can't be that crazy. And then I looked it up. I said, oh shit.
Alejandro Garnacho. This boy got possessed today. He got possessed during that game, man. Everton.
The CR7 shit's getting a bit cringy though. It's getting you're a grown man playing the same professional sport as this guy, and you're glazing him like.
Bro,
it's still
a bicycle kick in the Premier League.
But I'm saying the Ronaldo stuff is getting.
Hey man, that's his hero, bro. That's
Ronaldo's son, bro.
Your striker that's like 10 years older than him was freaking doing like 6 CR7 celebrations after missing 10 goals. I don't know what are we talking about.
But no, Garnacho is the glazing is crazy though. It's like
the glazing. He's a United fan, loves CR7, United legend
from Argentina, by the way.
Glazing that could be done there. What does
and
Nicolas
he played with him
Jackson
too.
have to do? Yeah. What does Nicolas Jackson glaze?
If I'm not mistaken, he was born and raised in Spain, though.
Yeah,
I'm not even sure if he was a
United
United fan.
being a Ronaldo fan, but he like
Madrid fan.
wants to be Ronaldo.
There's a reason he went to United. There's a reason he went to United. Same thing with Højlund. He could have been born anywhere. You could be a United fan.
Yeah, there's United fans in Spain. If I remember it correctly, Garnacho celebrated with Ronaldo, right, when he went into this.
Oh yeah, he did. Yes. He was right next to him. Yeah, that was crazy, Dicky. I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy in the moment. But
let him cook, bro.
He's
when you're scoring goals like that. Oh.
Yeah, not for the goal.
Better than Ronaldo's bicycle kick, by the way.
That was better than Rooney's bicycle.
Yeah, but
bro, Ronaldo's is better than Rooney.
Was.
And Garnacho's better than Ronaldo.
Garnacho's the best.
Technical wise,
outrageous.
Like
outrageous.
Running away from
power,
the ball,
accuracy,
and at full stretch.
Dog,
like,
that was.
As soon as I saw the ball, like as soon as he took that, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy thinking, bro? I thought that shit was going like straight up, bro. I was already pissed. I was gonna start, and then I swear to God, Thomas was over watching the game too. I was like, oh, let's suffer together. I got goosebumps when I saw that ball going, because I did not expect it, bro. He
even said like he didn't see it go in, and like he just heard like the crowd or whatever, and he couldn't believe it. He was like, what? He's like, that went in?
No, imagine as an Everton fan just watching that. Like,
bro.
I'll be so.
Oh my God.
Like such a goal. Like
you're so pumped. You guys got 10-point deduction. Y'all sitting there like, yo, we gonna crush them today. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, 3 minutes in.
Within 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yep. Get that.
All those Everton fans behind the goal are forever immortalized. This goal is gonna be shown in all those Premier League comps for the next history. 30, 40 years. Yeah, their faces are always gonna be in every single time with this, bro.
If Garnacho does anything, if he wins another Carabao Cup or anything of that nature with United, that is going to be shown. If he doesn't amount to anything, then it'll be like for the next. So yeah, it'll be like Rooney.
That the Carabao Cup in there is the first thing he said. That just shows the levels.
So has he cemented his starting position? Has he cemented that place on the left? Anything.
Listen, yeah, I think it has to be his at this point.
I like him. I love him at the left, and Rashford doesn't play. He plays pretty decent at the right. He's even in this game.
Dude, Rashford's getting sympathy penalties now. That's how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, he got the Havertz speed penalty.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. Guys, relax on Rashford, guys. All right, that's just good karma. He gave back to the community, so the community gave back to him.
No, the Rashford. The issue with the Rashford thing is that, like, it got really bad, and then it got really good, and then they just get the United fans just got really obnoxious about it again. Like it was like they don't remember what it was 24 months ago.
When was the last time a player scored 30 plus goals for Chelsea? That's what Rashford did last season. When was the last time a player for Chelsea did that?
Yes, but I'm saying, well, look at
Imagine
what.
if anyone in Chelsea right now scored 30+ goals in a season, the way you'd be glazing them right now, like way worse than United did for Rashford.
Now the thing is, United fans, every time Rashford is in form, they start saying he eats at the table with Mbappe. They do that every time. That's what makes the fallout this loud.
Yeah, it's not just like he's a good player. It's like they throw him at like top best winger in the Prem. Like it
They
just
say
it gets
best footballer
crazy.
in the world at some point, like in January this year.
Literally, they were saying that. No, I did hear that. People were saying that.
Yes, they were saying that.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
And I like Rashford. I like him. But it's like this. That's where this.
I like him too. I like the way he plays, but I just don't think he's like as good as.
Ends.
Yeah, that's where the storm comes from. Because United fans talk too much when he's in form.
But yeah, all
well, again, when was the last time? There's some clubs here that hadn't had a player that scored 30+ goals.
Well, Nicholas Jackson hasn't played a full season yet, so we'll wait and we'll talk then.
If he plays 10 games against Mate, I think he could maybe score 30 goals in a season. If not, then there's no way. No way. And then the thing that I hate about the Rashford stuff is like, why do they compare him to a striker every time? Why don't they compare him to wingers? It's always comparing him to a striker. Every time I see
who do they compare him to?
They put a striker. Every comparison that I see everywhere is like them comparing him to a striker.
So who do you want to compare
to? They compare him to Haaland. Oh, Haaland.
But who does that? That's great. That's ridiculous.
That didn't make any sense.
They compare how many goals he scores, and they always
that's
compare
ridiculous.
the strikers. And I don't understand.
Make it more fitting, man.
Every comparison
like a Damatrari or something. Damn.
Yes.
No,
No, they do the. Oh, it took Rashford to score 100 goals or whatever. 19, and then it took.
They compared him with Salah. The numbers last year, remember? The Premier
United fans were.
No, I think at some play they probably. I don't know. I think a lot of people.
I compared to Vinny. I compared at left wingers. I compared him.
Once they realized that Salah had like very similar like Premier League goals in the season last year. So
now left wingers, yeah, he was getting compared to everyone, and he wasn't even doing all this stuff in the Prem.
I mean, what are the fair
just doing
comparisons?
everything everywhere.
Martinelli, Luis Diaz.
Yeah, people like Rafael Leao, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
like, just don't.
Yeah, those are his. Yeah, you should compare him to those guys. Even though he's the oldest out of all of them.
He's better than Vinicius Jr. That's all I'll say.
Oh, that was one. I know.
I saw that one.
If he goes to Real Madrid right now,
I do not support that. That's a crazy statement, bro.
I can't co-sign that, big brother. But I ain't mad at you for what you do.
Listen,
bro, Rashford plays 6 months at a time, man.
There's a myth among Premier League fans that there's like a Real Madrid tax thing. That there's like remember when Arsenal fans said that Saka would get like 40 G's and A's in the season because like they wanted to like try to say that he was better
even with Bellingham now. People are like trying to discredit what Bellingham's doing.
They're trying to discredit him. Well, there's a belief amongst Premier League fans that there was like a
do you want to go
La Liga tax?
No. Well, La Liga definitely has a tax.
Extra goals a season or something.
Well, Liga has a tax except it has the two best players of generation.
If Salah goes to Madrid, he's winning the Ballon d'Or with them just because he's playing for Madrid. And that's fact. You can't say that.
I'm gonna keep
it. But that's a different discussion though.
Liga
the
got
Ballon
too
d'Or
many
is a
taxes.
clout. Like
you just said that. No, but you said Rashford was better than Vinicius Jr. That's just the wildest.
If Vinny goes to United, if Vinny goes to play to United at left winger, and Rashford goes to play left wing for Madrid, where Vinny has been playing for the past couple years, same stuff is happening, if not better for Madrid.
Hell
no.
No chance.
Hey, somebody cook this in the future.
Has more goals for Brazil than Vinny. Vinny cannot play.
Brazil's a whole different story. You're going off of your Brazilian, like watching them play for Brazil or watching him play for Brazil.
Guess what? When they play for Brazil, they're not playing football.
Bro, Rashford
completely different.
Rashford can't create. Vinicius creates for Real Madrid. Like he has so much responsibility to make things happen. Rashford needs to run in behind and score.
Vinicius has won a Champions League.
And how perfect would that be with Modric, freaking Bellingham? All those guys, bro.
I'm not saying he wouldn't do well at Real Madrid, but he wouldn't do Vinicius like they're like he can't do what Vinicius does.
Look what Bale did in Spain. Pace over there in Spain, bro. Guess what? A lot of tax added into that.
Yeah, but you have to be a clinical finisher. On top of that, you have to not take 6 months off every time you're in good form, like Rashford does. Like Vinicius is like 22 years old and has already accomplished way more than Rashford has in his 30-year career.
Come on, Vinny's form. Come on, and 30-year career again. You wanna? Are we talking serious or are we gonna be mean?
Okay.
Right now.
Okay, it was a joke that he's in his late 20s now. He's in the later half of his 20s. Vinny is still like 22 years old, already Champions League winner, is already.
They love to compare Rashford to kids.
And it's not just like a
Was Vini good or
forming
bad?
Champions League win. He was instrumental in. He scored the winning goal in the Champions League final.
Yeah, the tap in.
And he cooked City in the first leg of the semifinal. Like Vinicius has already accomplished so much more.
Rodrigo, listen, Rodrigo is better than Vini, in my opinion. And Rodrigo, I don't think Rodrigo will start over Rashford in Madrid. I don't think Rashford is better than Rodrigo. That's just how I see it. Rodrigo.
Yeah, they're both better than Rashford.
Okay, listen, I'll give it to Rodrigo, but Vini,
Hey.
as much as he needs confidence, stuff like that, Vini, when he doesn't have confidence, guess what? He's a different player.
Bro, if Rashford isn't
screenshot
scoring goals, he's doing nothing. He's adding nothing
So
to
is
the team.
Vinny.
Vinicius
Yeah, Vinny's
does so
all-
much
he's
when he's not
getting
scoring.
What?
He does so
I don't
much.
think you watch. You don't watch La Liga.
You're
bro. I
you're
know.
tainted by
Watch-
your Brazil
you
by your
watch-
by your.
listen, No, I watch La Liga games.
The Brazil
Brazil
scrutiny
tax.
is crazy.
You watch La Liga games.
Are you saying
week in, week
Vinicius?
out.
Are you saying you watch
Hey.
Real Madrid every single week?
Not every week, but when I do
shout
watch,
out to
guess what?
shout out
He's
to the
not that
Rodrigo
guy.
brace against Cadiz. Literally.
Yes. Yeah. Amazing performance. by
Hey,
Rodrigo.
all
For
I
the
want to
past
say.
couple weeks,
All right, to rein
Rodrigo.
it back in. I ask you this simply, Gene: have we turned a corner? Have Man United turned a corner again in the league?
Listen,
Is it?
I've been playing.
How many corners are there in this maze? Turning corners every goddamn time.
How?
Jesus.
It's called being reactionary.
Let him cook. Let him land.
Adrian, have I been a reactionary fan with United? I've been pretty clear on how I felt since this season started. And yeah, I think we turned the corner. We needed something to click, and Luke Shaw is back. And when Luke Shaw is playing for United, I mean, we haven't beat anyone by more than 2 goals this whole season. And just by having that guy left back, it's just a different game. Onana is clearly the best keeper in the league right now. If you want to speak saves, you want to speak numbers, less goals, whatever. He has the clean sheets right now. If David De Gea was our keeper right now, we would have conceded 6 goals against Everton that game. The last time we had like 2.5 xG against us, we lost 7-0 to Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? It'd have been the same thing this game. What he did this game, I mean,
No, he had a great game.
Haven't seen it.
For my fantasy team, just making
he got those
I loved it.
those bonus points. But again, I mean, everything was just clicking. Harry Maguire, what a game! I just wish we had Martinez at left center back, because it's the same way. You know how Saliba is amazing, but if he doesn't have Gabriel by his side, like whoever's on his side is just not going to be as good. So as soon as he comes back, and if it's going to be Harry Maguire to his right or Varane, that's whoever's playing better at that time, whoever's on form. Then I think that's when we'll be on our best, and that's when we'll be scariest, picking up, go on a run. But again, yeah, I think we definitely turned a corner.
Yeah.
I'm definitely more optimistic. Everything's clicking. So
Yeah,
I
only I think I'll add into that is he was wild for saying it, but I'm gonna throw it out because that's bands aside though. But Kobe Mano that guy starts he needs to start every fucking game for y'all as a neutral saying this. Like, yo,
Yep.
that guy's class. Like, I don't know where
Listen,
y'all got
and I'll
him
go
at,
back.
but
We
he's-
seen him
I
one
have to go
game.
back.
It was one game. Though. It was
he
one
did that
game.
before,
Yeah,
but he
I
was
don't
in there.
wanna-
I feel like there was signs.
We can't be jumping on this.
I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to
He's
jump the gun, but he was doing that beforehand, preseason. He was doing that. He
I
was
had
showing
never
signs.
even heard of this guy before this game, and now all of a sudden he's like
Before he got
like,
injured,
guaranteed
before he got
starter.
injured this season, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be real. I'll be
real.
real.
I'll pull up Yanks Talk Ball of me talking about how he starts for United.
He
And
did.
if you have never heard of him, and that's because you
I'll
don't
vouch.
listen to the podcast, you're zoning out, looking at the
Well,
wall
I
or
mean-
something. Because I spoke about
I vouch.
him
I'll
in this
vouch.
podcast, saying that he starts for United.
I'll vouch. He did say that way earlier
It's
though,
just
and I'm
one.
like,
It's just one. I'm just saying it's just one game. I got sold dreams by Eliakim Mangala when he was in the UPC. I thought he was gonna be the greatest center back in the freaking history of the play. Like he was the
Bro,
I'm not saying he's the
I'll never
greatest
forget
center
when
back
Josh-
in the league.
I'll never forget when Josh McEachran made his debut for Chelsea, bro, back in like 2010, and people were saying this is the next Frank Lampard.
This is before all the games before him playing against Madrid preseason. I mean, everyone saw the quality there. Well, as soon as he got hurt, everyone's fucking pissed. And I said, as soon as he gets back, he starts for United, and there he is. And I think Casemiro. I think Mr. Ten Hag is clipping Sancho out of the team. Those contracts are just oof.
yeah. But
much.
I
I'm
don't
saying,
hate anyone with like
Decent.
success. Anyone with like experience that he can't like walk over, he just hates.
listen,
Yo, you might be onto something.
Yeah, CR7 was on 550K a week. for United. Sancho on 350k a week for United. Casemiro on 300k a week for United. Go look at Salah and
Ron.
all those players. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's gonna kick these players out if they're not up to par, and
Sounds like he wants
he's
Yep around
benching
him.
them. He's gonna kick them. He's gonna boot them, of course.
Listen,
And I'm glad he's booting. Listen, if you're playing that much, you got to be the best at what you do. As simple as that. And if you're not, I don't care. Get kicked.
Hey, it's a talent rise to the top, man. If you ain't gonna show it week by week, but I'll tell you what, I'll make the claim or whatever. Like they play better. Man United are better with Kobe Mano on that side. He just showing something that no other midfielder in the squad is gonna do.
Listen, Phil was talking
at least off this one game, you can even see it.
A player running,
even though it's early,
getting the ball and running in the midfield. He literally did that where he got the ball like just
a
ran
technical
past, like,
8 that's
players.
just gonna drive. You know,
he had a
that
great-
shit
yeah, he had a
does
great game.
wonders. And it's like,
I mean, goal line clearance. He had a goal line clearance. Like,
Yeah.
he was everywhere in the pitch. Like I
Well,
said, I was
it's
excited.
it's the driving forward thing that was the most impressive at that age, to be able to glide past people like that.
it's maturity,
he
man.
was playing balls
It's
in his-
maturity and fearlessness.
And it's not against Everton that is the 19th in the league, which they are right now. Like this Everton
Aggressive, actually
was on
good.
form. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's not the easiest team to play. Like even when Arsenal played them away, you guys controlled the game. You guys won 1-0.
Yeah, but it wasn't easy because
You guys-
these
yeah,
motherfuckers
it's-
was aggressive.
I mean,
Again.
Everton should be like 14th in the league, like without the deduction.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah,
or,
I
like,
think-
somewhere around there.
I think they're better than Chelsea right now.
Do they play better? Do they
Yeah,
contribute more
those
XG?
strays, bro.
Those rent free is crazy.
Oh man,
Right,
but
you're talking about our
Crazy.
manager that's doing way better
Yeah.
and spent less than $1 billion on his squad, while Pochettino still has a job right now.
Yeah.
13 games in, 10th place still after $1 billion spent is crazy to me.
man,
But what's funny with all
Yeah,
that being said, though, like that game could have gone very differently. Like I mentioned earlier, the chance Doucouré had,
Yeah.
and Everton. You said they had 2.5 xG. Was that the
Yeah.
number?
Yeah, 2.5.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
like
lot.
the game could have gone so
2.4.
differently.
They
If,
underperform.
like, if Onana
massive.
didn't perform that well,
Again,
but at the end of the day, it's
Lisandro
ifs, buts, and maybes, and like United like grew into the game, and they had a great second half. Ice cold Tony showing
Oh.
peak 2020 ice cold, and you know, I would be like we were bantering last week about United being the most informed team in the league with all those stupid 1-0s against Luton Town or 2-1 against Sheffield and stuff. So like while the performance wasn't all perfect at Goodison Park, like it's tough to get a performance that's like that. And to come away from there,
we play at St. James next week.
right, to come away from Goodison Park with a 3-0 win in the they just got that points deduction, like they won it like a bloodbath, you know, like they were on it, everyone was up for it, and then Garnacho silenced him 3 minutes in, and then it's really impressive win. Like so now I'm at this point where I don't know, like I can't predict what I'm gonna see from United. Are they gonna grow into the season and like push into top 4 and like because that spot they're only 4 points behind Liverpool, like they're, you know, they could easily take
look at my FPL team. That tells you I've been sneaking all those players in for a comeback. Look at my FPL team right now. I've been sneaking. People been dropping some players, you know what I'm saying? And I knew
you got
it was
Bruno
gonna
for
happen.
me.
I got Bruno, I got Rashford from someone else.
Damn.
And then yeah. I mean, I've been
pleading behind that one.
I know we haven't had the best start, but I think we could get 3rd place this season.
Word.
I don't see it.
Wow.
Fairs.
I think it could. We wanted me to give an update on what I feel.
Who would you take 3rd place from?
He's gonna say Arsenal.
He's definitely not saying City.
Liverpool or Arsenal.
Like,
Most likely Arsenal. Most like, my opinion, if I'm gonna have to choose one to get out, but it could go either way. You know, you never know.
We'll see, man.
Nah.
January signings is gonna be a big thing. Whenever we get those January signings, I think we should do we should go about.
Yeah, we'll go mid-season. We'll do the mid-season reshuffle.
Yeah, United plays Villa soon, right?
We play Newcastle away right now.
Newcastle away, and then right after Liverpool plays Arsenal, United's coming to Anfield. I know that. So it'll be an interesting month. We'll see, like, and this big Champions League week coming up for United. Like, we'll see a lot of.
I hope we lose, and I hope we lose bad. I hope you guys make fun of me tomorrow. I really do. That's the only way we'll compete.
You want United to get eliminated from the champions?
And from Europe, I want us to get 4th for sure. For sure.
Crazy.
Nah, if you get knocked out of the Champions League, you will get third place.
Now this season is voodoo, bro. Like I do not want to. These injuries at every. I hope we only get to play one game a week just to get that European and like set up like signings and stuff like that for this year, because we don't have it right now. Like our bench is not up to standards to compete in all these.
Yeah, the schedule is actually Newcastle. I think it's this weekend upcoming, and then it's Chelsea after that.
Well, that's
Chelsea's at Old Trafford.
That's Chelsea at Old Trafford. That's easy.
That's a midweek game. It's on a Wednesday, December 6th.
Listen, we could have lost 5 games in a row, and we play Chelsea at Old Trafford. It's a win. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. That's a banter club.
My goodness, I can't wait for that.
I'm not even gonna give it the time of day.
Wow. All right, man.
Well, we saw what happened last season when Chelsea visited Old Trafford. We'll see it again.
Interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. But shit, let's roll into these picks for the week, man. Let's roll into these picks. What's it called? Let me see. Player of the week, team of the week, worst team of the week, fraud of the week. Jeez. This is tough. I can roll in first. Team of the week, Luton Town. Stand up, Luton. Stand
stealing
up.
my flow.
Stand up, Luton. Yeah, baby. 2-1 win over Palace, man. Fighting in there, getting them points. To Luton fans, we love you. We see you. Player of the week, I might sneak in. Man, away from home, tough game out. No. I'm not gonna have it. I won't be that shameless. I'm gonna go draw Pedro again in it. Two. Nah, dang, bro. I'm not reading your notes. Joao Pedro, 2 goals in the clutch away from home, very important. Most disappointing team.
If you say what I've written down, Trey, it's over.
Most disappointing team. Nah, I'm not stealing your shit, bro. Oh, mate, Spurs, Spuds. It's the Spuds, man. Mate.
Good eye, mate.
Oh man, what is the fraud of the week? Who's the fraud of the week, man? Hey, I'm going with Ange Impostecoglou, man. Ange Impostecoglou, 3 L's on a bounce after a manager of the month, buddy. Mate, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Please try and manage it better, cause it ain't happening. But those are mine. Somebody else go.
Ange got that from the Nuno Espirito Santo textbook.
Facts, bro.
For month and 3 losses on the bounce.
Factuals.
It's like the 2 Spurs managers have done that in the past, 2 years is insane.
Lovely. You love to see it, man.
All right, I'll go next. So the first 2, Trey stole my flow. Team of the week, Luton Town. Wow, what a win! Against Crystal Palace. Old Roy making this shows you're never too old to make dreams come true. Man, those Luton Town fans that were calling us out on Twitter, I hope they felt all the joy that I felt watching that times 10. The stadium erupted on the final whistle. It actually erupted a minute before because the referee called offside and they thought the full-time whistle blew. And they got trolled. But what a win. Luton Town out of the relegation zone. Could they pull the impossible? Stay tuned. Player of the week, Joao Pedro. This guy didn't even start the match. He came on as a substitute for Ansu Fati, who, unfortunately got injured again. Prayers to him. Hopefully it's not too serious. But comes on as a sub, gets a brace, gets Brighton's first win since September. Is that right? First win since September?
That sounds good. Good.
Huge win for Brighton. De Zerbi was celebrating like a madman at the end of the game, which you love to see. Most disappointing team of the week. It would have been easy to go Tottenham. Would have been easy to go Chelsea. But I'm going for Adrian's boy, Vinny K and Burnley. What is going on there?
That was my pick.
What is going on, bro? They are rock bottom of the league right now. Another loss at home. They have I think is 4 points this season. It's just diabolical. They've conceded over 30 goals. It's probably the worst possible outcome this guy could have had, considering the gas he was getting last season in the Champions League. Another Pep protege. I mean, I'm not gonna act like I wasn't saying some of those things.
Wait, can you add that he said that he thought that this league would be harder than what it is right now? He just said that.
The company just said that?
Last week or something.
Crazy statement. At this point, he's probably the first on the chopping block. It's crazy that we're about to enter December and no one's been sacked yet. But I think company might change that soon, as much as it sucks to say. So the bald cap and suit might not even happen, Adrian, because he'll be sacked before Liverpool plays Burnley.
He's the type of manager that will get sacked from Burnley and he'll get an offer at like
or like Everton or
like
something.
Everton
Newcastle,
or something
bro.
like that.
Yeah, just because he was such a great player. And then my fraud of the week, this one's very personal to me. You clown ass punk, Lewis Dunk. You are a fraud of a different dimension. I don't think a worse trade has ever happened in FPL draft history as me getting you in exchange for Romero. Granted, you're both suspended right now, but you are a clown. How can you get a yellow card for dissent? You are the captain of this football club, and then immediately, in the next minute, get a second yellow for dissent?
Call them a bald prick.
Man, you are a fraud, Lewis Dunk, and I hope you reflect on your decisions and become a better asset to those of us who still have you in FPL. Come on, man. Do better.
I'll go. Team of the week. I gotta give it to Luton Town too, man. I mean, we were so harsh on them, saying that we're not even a Premier League team, and here they are beating a Premier League team. You know what I'm saying? They played against ballers. They beat them fair and square. You got to give it to them. They've been unlucky against a couple games, like in the season with VAR, all that stuff. I'm gonna give it to them. I could give it easily to United, but I'm gonna go Luton Town. They definitely deserve Team of the Week. Player of the Week. I could give it to Garnacho. I could give it to another United player, but I have to give it to Onana, man. Guy was freaking everywhere. Simple as that. You guys made fun of me for when he conceded 2, getting him player of the week.
Yeah, now is a good time to give it to him. Yes.
I'll give him now a clean.
Because he won the
only
game.
reason we have a clean sheet. Won a game. He didn't only win it. We didn't only win a game.
You're saying the last time you gave it to him, he lost.
Okay. A player could be player of the week without winning the game. Onana is my player of the week.
Got a goalkeeper.
Just watch the game. You'll know why. He could actually start as a center back for Chelsea Football Club right now, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But we'll move for most disappointing team of the week. I'm not gonna give it to Chelsea because it's not disappointing. It's expected at this point. So we'll go straight into Spurs. I'll give it to Spurs. Just a funny organization, funny manager. It is disappointing because they still have a lot of players that they could get results and they just couldn't do it. Fraud of the week. This is where another Chelsea Football Club fraud of the week has to be given to them. They're not. Can we stop calling them a Big Six club now? Because they're clearly not a Big Six club anymore.
I mean, we got 4 points up the other Big Six clubs.
Wait, so Chelsea don't qualify for your disappointing team, but they're the fraud of the week?
Yeah, because they're not disappointing because we expect it, but they're definitely frauds because they spent $1 billion and they can't freaking maintain. Not even 8th place. You can't even go to 8th. Like that's just 10th place is freaking back to back like years. Like I don't get it, bro. Like one thing is like United going 6th place. That's a terrible season. That's like a bad fraudulent season. You know, Liverpool going 6th, 7th. Oof. Arsenal 8th place. Oh my god, banter. This club back to back years like in 10th place. Like how is that? Seriously. We have to make some type of notes, bro. Because I just don't understand. I don't understand. 1 billion.
If they finish there, we will have discussions. Don't worry.
Yeah, anything under 8th place for them is just insane. We can move to Chase Reagan.
What's up? All right, I got you. All right, team of the week. I went Aston Villa. I know we've been clowning Spurs a lot, but Aston Villa is now sitting in 4th place. Still got to beat teams like that, so I'll go Aston Villa. Disappointed team of the week. I have to go Chelsea. Just I'm a man of honor, integrity, all those things. So I think I should call them out before anyone. Player of the week. Little throwback here. I'm going Willian. I know there were 2, but 2 goals today, including the game winner in the 94th minute. Shout out to my boy. I miss you. Wish you were still with us. And then
all Chelsea's wingers today.
Unfortunately, that Sterling free kick. Let's not forget it. Let's just remember that. And then,
Willian has a great free kick on him.
Staying on the theme of holding myself accountable, I think fraud of the week has to be me because I'm the biggest Garnacho hater, and then he scored maybe the best goal I've ever seen. So I think it's only fair. So hand up there. I'm just waiting for his downfall, but right now it was a tough look.
Chase's downfall for Garnacho, by the way, was when he scored the offside goal against Arsenal to go up 2-1 away. By the way, he thought that was a downfall, so we'll move. Nah, but respect to Chase, man. Not everyone could take punches like this week in and week out. Like, you know, he's taking
Bill's
them
character.
like a champ. You know what I'm saying? So big respect.
Pressure makes diamonds. It's gonna be so much sweeter when I get to the other end of this. I just what I
Makes
keep telling
diamonds
myself.
and it makes big pieces of poop too. So we move.
I cry myself to sleep every night. I'm like, this is building you into something for more reason than one.
Yeah, you'll be a big character, diamond soon. We believe.
All right,
Adrian.
I'll go ahead. Player of the week, got to give it to Garnacho. I mean, I don't care if he didn't do anything the rest of the game. Like that goal was one of the best. That was one of the best goals I've ever seen. Like it was insane. But yeah, it's gonna like Sheko said earlier. It's one of those goals that's gonna be replayed in those Premier League comps in the future. Insane goal, and really great to watch. Worst team, Burnley. I already said like the same thing in the past. They're just shit, and it's sad to see, man. I'm sorry, man.
I don't know. It's so
I was excited. They're so ass, man. And I want company to cook, man, because I love Vinny, man. But
that man's not cooking.
He's not cooking anything.
He needs to join Stevie G, bro. Go to Saudi.
Oh man, he's gonna get sacked and then
you got a good job in Saudi.
Everton. bring the suit and ball cap to Saudi.
Yo, if he gets sacked and then he goes to Everton and freaking relegates Everton, that'll be too good. Oh my god. I think Phil will put him higher up in his manager.
Oh yeah.
My best team. I gave them last time. I think I gave the same team Bournemouth. They put together a couple of wins. They beat another shit team, but well, I mean, it's a win is a win. They're out of the relegation zone right now.
Back-to-back wins.
I think they're actually back-to-back wins. I think they're how many points? They're at like 7 points clear of relegation right now. So it was good to see. And my fraud of the week is Chelsea fans because they spent the entire international break just chit. I'm sorry, Chase, but just chit chat.
That's all right. You're right.
All this bullshit. Oh, we tied with City. They're celebrating the tied with City trophy with a last-minute penalty. Palmer, blah 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 blah. Gonna get touched up. First game back, bro. First game back, they get touched up, bro. 4-1. That's crazy, man.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Goodness.
Hey, these had their 2 weeks to I had all the chatter and all the tweets and all this stuff.
Those 2 weeks were so fun, though.
They were there.
I just want to relive those 2
They were
weeks.
there. Great 2 weeks, but yeah, fraud of the week, Chelsea fans, man.
You know what's crazy, guys? We still have to do our bold predictions.
It's very much still. Yeah, that is
And
still
it's
in.
a Champions League week.
Let's run it quick. No thinking.
All right, I'm gonna spitball mine. I'm gonna say something wild. Hold on. I'm just gonna go off the dome here. Napoli is gonna beat Real Madrid. My Champions League one. And then EPL. What? Away, yeah.
That's a away game. That's a good.
Yeah. EPL, Newcastle beats United 3-0.
Oh my god. The repeat of the Carabao Cup. Could we see it again?
Damn.
I have my predictions ready. Champions League. I'm gonna piggyback off of Trey's failed prediction in the match week 1, I believe. Feyenoord is gonna beat Atletico Madrid. And then in the Premier League, Chelsea versus Brighton is gonna have 6 goals in it.
5-1, baby.
Yeah, do you want to?
Nope,
weigh
nope,
in? Who's
nope,
gonna get more?
nope.
Okay, leave it at that. Respect. Okay. I'm gonna go. Bayern are not gonna beat Copenhagen. They could tie. They could, they could lose, but they're definitely not beating them.
You want that loss to look better for you.
That's definitely gonna bite me in the ass. And I want to counter Chase on this. I want to go. I want to go head to head on Chase. United are gonna beat Newcastle by more than 2 goals. Away at St. James.
Someone's gonna look silly. Guarantee.
Damn.
I made that mistake. I made that mistake last week, bud. Don't do it.
You bet it on what's it called? Listen, that's fine. I have to throw one in. I want to go jinx for jinx with Chase. He predicted 3-0. I predict us to score more than 2 and win.
Damn, that's crazy. I'll go Champions League. I'm gonna have Benfica beating Inter by 2 goals or more. So I'll throw that one in there. And then for the Premier League, I'm going to throw damn. I don't want to. I'll throw a double on there. I'm gonna have Brighton beating Chelsea away. Duncan Ferguson's getting on the score sheet. Duncan Ferguson. Damn. Evan Ferguson. Damn it. Evan Ferguson. Evan.
Yo, you'll never beat this.
I'll never, bro. It's so like intrinsically tied in my head. It's so bad. Evan, I apologize. No, man, but that's fine.
What? He'll score 2 goals.
He'll get on the score sheet, and then Brighton will win. Right? No. I said Benfica will beat Inter by 2 goals Champions League, and then I said Brighton will beat Chelsea away, and Duncan Ferguson will be on the score sheet.
Duncan.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaving it there. I'm not.
You were quoting it. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, those are mine.
Is this Adrian now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I'm cooking something. All right, let's just say right now, Dortmund will beat Milan at the San Siro. And for the Prem, we will say, this is tough because I can't really say anything about this City Spurs game.
Why not?
Because if it's bold, then it's gonna be in favor of Spurs.
No, it could be about a player.
Nah,
player might
you
do
could name player.
Thrashing. Yeah, predict the thrashing. Yeah. Or Pep, like how many times is he gonna be on his knees?
Yeah. How many waters will he drink?
Good pause.
Jeremy Doku will complete 20 dribbles in that game.
Jesus.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say this. Wolves will beat Arsenal.
That's pretty bold.
Pedro Neto Wolves.
Yeah, Pedro Neto.
Yeah, that's Wolves.
A couple of their players actually are suspended.
Come on, Wolves, please.
Yo, what the hell?
That man's desperate.
Yeah, this man. Look at him praying.
United games at 3 p.m. against freaking Newcastle on Saturday.
Is it?
Marquee.
That's that congested fixture list, bro.
That big Saudi money. Prime time slots every time.
That's crazy.
Yo, some of these big teams need to start getting that 12:30 p.m. kickoff on Saturdays that Liverpool gets, bro. It's ridiculous how often they put. Oh my god. We'll save that for another time.
Yeah, for real. But that is all we got for this episode, man. Let's wrap it up. Let's take it home. Phil, take us out, man. Closing statements.
Man, this podcast has been running long enough. I feel like you've heard my voice enough. So all I'll say is I feel good about these bold predictions. Let's see how they go.
That's real. Chase.
Yeah, I'm back to being a sad man, so I really have nothing to say at this point. If Chelsea, I'm gonna be so obnoxious if Chelsea beat Brighton though. So just be prepared for that on Monday. So just so you know.
Insane.
That's exactly what we've been talking about this whole episode.
1 week we'll be talking about Michael Jackson missing 5 chances.
And still win.
Adrian, closing statements.
Come on, Wolves.
This guy. Look at this guy.
Whoa.
Hey, listen.
If you go word for word on what he just said,
he's no better than Kai.
Crazy.
He's no better than.
And the pod.
I get that might not be better, bro.
Crazy.
Hey, no chill, Gene. Closing statements.
How do I even go after that, man? I just want to say, Phil, you can't say I don't want to go much longer. You say a whole last sentence about how you're going much longer, and then you just keep going. You added way too much to that, bro. So next time, just keep it short and simple, like Chase.
I'm happy, man.
Solid closing statement.
Okay.
My closing.
Just say you're happy. I'm happy. And then
it said we're so happy. I'm so.
we win, we lose together.
My closing statement. Hey, my closing statement is I'm calling up Peter for Adrian. Got something for you, Bucko. No, for real.
Make sure to let them know about Kai Havertz too while you're there.
Hey, listen. Don't worry. I'm about to say I'm gonna send a pen pal to your house for three full size donkeys, man. They gonna occupy your space, man. Hopefully, bring some joy. Bring some love into your life, son. Oh my gosh.
Donkeys are great animals, bro.
Facts, man. I'm about to say morale boosters. But anyway. I was about to say.
Three
Smart.
greatest donkeys of all time. Other
Oh,
than
they're
the one that
funny.
Jesus
Three
wrote.
greatest donkeys.
Oh, they're
Eddie-
funny though.
Right now.
Like,
Eddie-
There's another one
the
that's
Eddie
spoke in the
Murphy.
I
Bible.
can
From,
name three
Shrek.
greatest dogs of all
Yeah, there's the
time
one
right
that
now.
spoke in the Bible. There's Eddie Murphy, and there's Kai Havertz one right there.
Boom. Big three.
multiple.
Big three.
That's both.
Hey, listen, sometimes you can't pick, bro. Leave him alone, man.
I
Damn.
could give my top 3 dogs of all time right now.
I mean, because everybody got Doug,
My
man.
do.
dog.
Everybody was a
my dog
fraud.
is Scooby.
All right, it's time to go.
Everybody's a
We got
fraud.
Rick tomorrow. Fuck. I'm not-
Beethoven
I'm not
got
ranking
more rings.
dogs.
Beethoven got more rings. I don't care about that. Anyways, listen, go rate the podcast 5 stars. Go support us everywhere, man. Go show us some love. That's it for
Beethoven's
Yanks Talk
legacy,
Ball. And we'll catch y'all later. We'll talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.